Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. We about to start soon, guys. Get ready. We about to start soon, guys. I hope y'all ready for the show. Get ready. Oh boy, we going in. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Why? Why are you being so hurtful to Phil Spencer? He is trying his hardest. He is trying his hardest. Phil Spencer has such a tough job on his hands in so many studios. How is he supposed to get things done? How? How? I asked you, how? How is he supposed to get the job done? He's only one man.
I'm only human. I'm only human.
He's He's only one man.
I'm only human.
Ladies and gentlemen of the gaming community, I ask you. Ladies and gentlemen of the gaming community, I ask you. Give the man a chance.
I'm only human.
Give the man a chance. I understand that Xbox hasn't had any games since the start of 2022, but you must understand, the man is only human. He's only human.
I'm only human. I'm only human.
He's only human. Hey ho, what's good YouTube? What's good PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And boy, oh boy, it feels good to be back. I said it feels good to be back on this beautiful Monday evening. And I'm so glad that you guys are here with me. I am so glad that you all are here with me to spend your lovely Monday evenings here with your boy Persona. It's gonna be a good show, guys. It's gonna be magical. Listen, if you're at work, I hope I can get you through your work day. If you are on your way home from work, I hope I can get you through your commute home from work. If you're already home, listen, you might be home cooking dinner for the family, you know, cleaning up, you know, whatever you might be doing your homework or something like that. I hope I can get you through your session, right? Listen, you might be in the shower. I don't know. You might be on the shower, but like, you know what? Let me turn on this When Persona Speaks. I can't miss this podcast. So you might be in the shower. Listen, you might be having the marinals with your significant other. I don't know. You was like, listen, baby, you know, we got to put on this When Persona Speaks, you know, while we do our thing. You understand? I can't miss this episode. I just appreciate you putting me on in the background. I hope you're going with the motion. You feel me? So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all know I always appreciate y'all, always and forever. Today's gonna be a good show. I'm in a good mood. Today's gonna be a good show. Had a great day at work. It's beautiful outside. So beautiful outside. Yo, listen, spring/summer, it's here. It's here, boy. It is hot as hell. I started thinking about putting on this air conditioner. That's how hot it is. I'm like, listen, it might be time to crank on that AC, knock the dust off that boy. You understand? Let the AC do its work, cause boy, oh boy, is it hot. You understand? But listen, I appreciate you all, man, right? Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. This is episode 194 of When Persona Speaks. Fraudulent influencer exposed. The gaming community has had enough. Gamers versus influencers, for short. And yo, we're gonna talk about a lot today, man, because it's a lot I want to talk about with y'all, man. A lot I want to get off my chest. And you know, it's enough of this, man. Enough is enough. You understand? Hey, yo, shout out to my boy Stealth Guy Gaming, man, joining the Warriors. Hey. So, listen, I got two new sounds for you guys. You understand? I know you're gonna love it. You heard the first one already.
I'm only human. I'm only human. I'm only human.
I'm only human. You know we had to put that out there. You know we had to get that on the soundboard, especially for today's show. But I got another one that I know y'all are gonna love, and this one is a permanent stay. Okay, this one is permanently added to the. It's permanently added to the soundboard, right? It's permanently added. I think y'all know where I'm going with this. I think y'all know where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen. Should I press the button? Yeah, let's press the button.
I'm a game influencer. I'm a game influencer.
It's about time we got the game influencer sound on the soundboard.
I'm a game influencer. I'm a game influencer.
But this is great for gamers.
It's my opinion. I'm a neutral. I'm a game influencer. It looks like DLC. I'm a game influencer. I'm only human. I'm a game influencer. I'm only human.
But this is great for gamers. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. The legendary soundboard has gotten even better. You understand? All right, so where are my manners? Before we even get into the show, I gotta shout y'all out. You feel me? Make sure everybody is cool in the chat. Oh, yo, shout out to Chuck too. Appreciate you, man. 14 months as a member on the channel. He says Phil Spencer doesn't deserve this treatment, sir. Hey, man, listen. I know he doesn't, man.
I'm only human.
He's only human, so it's so it's like why do that? Yo, let's shout out the folks in the chat real quick. Yo, Jamar, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. James Williams, what's going on with you, bro? I appreciate you. SIE, what is going on with you? Appreciate you. Just wait. Yo, just wait. I appreciate you, bro. Mary Wilcox in the building. Mary, how you feeling today? Orion, what's going on with you? Stardust Acero, how you feeling today? Object to B, what's going on with you, bro? King Kiso, what's good, bro? Dylan Rafferty, what's going on with you? Gaming Knight, Carl Anchor, The Unknown, Tom Murphy, D Truth, Sinister, Uppercase J, Games for Eternity, Corey Macy in the building. Lorenzo Carson, what's good, bro? Ice Queen Gaming, what's good? Appreciate you. DeFloyd, what's going on with you? John Doe, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Upchuck Gaming, what's good, brother? Appreciate you. Ghost in the Garage Gaming, what's good, bro? I appreciate you. Terry Henderson, what's going on with you? PS Rewind, PS, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Buck Rogers in the building. Yo, Buck, I ain't seen you in the chat in a minute, bro. What's going on with you, bro? Jose Betancourt, yo, Jose, what's good, bro? JVB, that's my boy. Yo, Lansville Paul, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Who else is here, man? Yo, Stealth Guy, Court, what's good, man? I appreciate you. Blue Mustang in the building. Blue Mustang, how you feeling today, sir? Steady Flow in the building. Steady, what's going on with you, brother? Martin DS, what's good with you, bro? Jesus Morales, Jesus, what's going on? He said it's winter. Oh, damn, it's in winter. Where you at? Where you at, Jesus? That is the winter time. Yo, Javon, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Who else is here, man? Make sure I get everybody in the chat. Yo, Foxing around Austin, what's good, bro? Don John Sean, what's going on with you, bro? Lothric Ahmed, how are you feeling today, sir? I appreciate you. Apocalypto, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Glacian 3, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Stardust Acero, what's going on with you, bro? Yo, Philip K, what's going on with you, bro? Yo, Freddy 214, what's good, Freddy? Appreciate you. Who else is here, man? Yo, Kelvin Smith. Kelvin, what's good, bro? Dark Prince in the building. What is going on with you, Dark Prince? Yo, Bari in the building. They go the other half of Wups. Yo, Omar, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Omar had a good space this morning, too. Shout out to Omar. Yo, Muck 45, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, Bro C, Bro Son, what's going on with you? 8K Dual Sensible. How you feeling today, sir? Who else is here? I think I got everybody. If I missed your name, it's because like the YouTube chat only lets you scroll up, but so far, so I might miss a couple names. Yo, Brap, what's good, Brap? Basement Radio Arcade, Jersey Wrath, what's going on, Ken? Appreciate you. Arcade Gamer, Philip DVG, what is going on with y'all, man? Jay Wright, what's going on with you, bro? Quanvo in the building. I make babies. Yo, I make babies. What's going? I make babies. Hey. Ayo, I make babies. That's a great name. I love that name so much. That's fire. That is fire. Ayo, Luca in the building, the Ashen one. What's going on, Luca? Appreciate you, mama. Yo, good podcast. That's Scum on One too this morning. Yeah, I told you, man. I'm Scum on Ones. Should be legendary. Yo, Gaming Forte, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, Rabbit got the gun. Rabbit, how you feeling today, man? Appreciate you, bro. Yo, Steady Fro, appreciate you for the super chat. It says, always good when I'm in the PS Nation podcast. Absolutely, sir. You already know. Yo, Vic for Vendetta, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Well, yo, J Gamer UK in the building. What's good with you, J Gamer? Ghostface, what's good with you, bro? Cameron Williams, what's going on with you? Appreciate you. SIE, appreciate you for the super duper chizzy apps. Yo, SIE said, I don't need to say nothing, bruh. The super chat speaks for itself. Shout out to SIE, man. Black Frost, what's good? Derpy, what's that? Derpa D Lame, what's good, man? Was that LeMay? It depends. Mr. Go Try Hard Guy Uchiha in the building. All right, man, I got everybody. Round of applause for the folks in the chat. Hey, man. Yo, Mooch, what's good, Mooch? Who's yelling? Stop yelling. Yo, shout out to Mooch. All right, guys. Yo, listen, we got to talk, man. We got to talk, guys. We got to talk, because listen.
I'm only human.
I'm only human, man, okay? I love gaming just as much as the next person, okay? You know, gaming, I think for a lot of us here, and I think I can safely say this. And listen, if you don't agree with the chat, definitely put that in the chat, because I'm curious. I think I can safely say that everyone here, we all love gaming. Right? We all love to play games. We all love, you know, talking about games, experiencing games and things like that. If you love gaming and you love playing games and gaming is your hobby, put a 1 in the chat for me. I'm trying to see something. And if you don't love gaming, then put a 2 in the chat. Okay? I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. If you love gaming, you love talking about games, you love playing games, put a 1 in the chat. I'm trying to see something. Look at the ones. Look at the ones. Look at the ones. Look at all the ones. Am I in a strip club? I'm seeing too many ones in the chat. Oh, shit. I must be in a strip club, all these ones I'm seeing. I must be in a strip club because I am seeing too many ones in the chat. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that. You know why? Because that is a confirmation that we all need. Yo, Michi, what's good, bro? At the end of, yo, Fatal, what's good, man? At the end of the day, when it comes to gaming, we all love gaming. Now, obviously, we all got families, we got lives, we got other responsibilities, we got goals and aspirations, right? We have a lot of other things in our life that also take precedence over gaming. But at the end of the day, when it comes to gaming, we all love gaming. But you know what else? We all also respect gaming. We respect gaming. You understand? Now, here's the problem, man. Listen, I know sometimes, yo, Leech, what's good? LD, what's up, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Side Effect, everybody, I appreciate all of you. Here's the thing, right? And we're going to have a really deep conversation today. When it comes to this industry, when it comes to gaming, when it comes to the media, when it comes to these influencers, when it comes to all of that, let me take you guys back in time. You remember about, it's probably like 6 months ago when I think this was me and Bari having this conversation. I don't know if we was having it on WUPS, if it was on Speak from the Heart, or if it was on my show. I can't remember, right? But I remember when I was, or I might have been having this conversation with Sick. I forget. Anyway, I remember when I was speaking when it came to the media and when it came to real gamers. Actually, it was Bari. I remember it was Speak from the Heart too, where we were talking about this divide between real gamers and the media. The great divide that was happening within this community, where a lot of gamers, real gamers, we're talking real gamers, people that really got their ear to the ground, that's really that's really following the news, that's really talking about this, that's really being about this, hardcore gamers. Shout out to Bari with his lunchroom analogy. You remember back in the day as a kid, right? There was a dynamic when it came to the lunchroom. And again, this is Bari's analogy. This is not mine. So credit Bari when it comes, if you use this in any of your shows. The lunchroom analogy, right? When we all were kids, right? When everybody went to the lunchroom went to the cafeteria during lunchtime, right? And at school, back in high school, middle school, whatever, there was always the dynamic, right? You had the nerds with the nerds playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or playing Pokemon or whatever, right? You had the emos and the goths, You had the sports table, you had the cheerleader table, you had the bully table or the jock table. You get what I'm saying? You had the loner table where, you know, everybody eating down at the table but ain't talking to each other or whatever, right? Like, there was a dynamic in the lunchroom, man, and you sat with your where you fit in. You get what I'm saying? Or you sat with your friends or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? That dynamic has also happened here with the gaming community, right? Where we, you know, for a while now, this is not something that just happened this year. This has been happening for like, I'm gonna say like since like last generation. Real talk, like for like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years since last generation. Yo, B-Dog, what's up? You used to migrate tables? Yeah, I used to be all over. I was with the nerds, you know, talking my Yu-Gi-Oh shit, my anime shit, all that. I used to be all over. And one of the things that has been happening for a very long time now is this great divide between real gamers and the media and influencers. Because what has been happening what people have been noticing about the media and about influencers and journalists and things like that is that there is a lack of respect, a lack of integrity, a lack of objectivity. You understand? And outright just too much bias, too much apologetic. You understand? Like, listen, I love PlayStation. I love PlayStation just as much as the next person, right? But when it comes to speaking on the L's that PlayStation has, you know, going back to the fans versus enablers argument topic that I've talked about numerous of times now on this channel. Fans versus enablers. A fan is someone that can speak on the L's and W's, and an enabler is someone that's a yes man, a yes person, someone that's always going to go with the flow, someone that does not see a problem, or if there is a problem that is a glaring problem within the community and within the overall industry, they'll try to spin that into sympathy, try to spin that into becoming apologetic, trying to gain favoritism and sympathy from gamers and supporters. And people who don't know any better fall for those type of Jedi mind tricks because they don't really have their ear to the ground. That's why, you know, for the casual market, this is why, you know, the casual market is such a big thing, right? For both influencers, for journalism, and for the industry, because the casual market is a market that's a bit easier to manipulate because, you know, for most people is, you know, they take things for face value, especially if you're a blue check, right? If you're somebody with a large following, you know, I talked about this too. Someone with a large following, a large social status, right? Most people would take what they have to say. Yo, Stone Catwoman, what's good, mama? Appreciate you. Most people would take what that person has to say at face value. And the reason why they would take what that person has to say at face value is because of the status that they hold within the industry, within the community, with amongst their peers, right? So oftentimes you have a lot of people who take what a lot of people say at face value and do not fact check. Right? And this is what garners a lot of misinformation, garners a lot of, you know, stupidity within the industry, within the community, where you have a lot of people parroting a lot of wrong information or parroting a lot of ideas and ideologies that they themselves don't necessarily believe in or follow, but because their favorite person, quote unquote, that loves their favorite console, you know, they're more inclined to be swayed to that opinion because of such. So, you know, when it comes to this industry and when it comes to the community, what happens is we have a lot of people here who, especially amongst like journalists, and, you know, we've proven this time and time again on the channel of like a lot of publications and sites that have, we're going to talk about that today too. Absolutely. Listen, guys, it's going to be, get your dinner. It's going to be a good show. You're not going to want to miss this. Get your dinner, get your drinks. You know, put the kids to bed. What's a little too early to put the kids to bed, but make sure they homework done and all that, and let them go play the game or watch Dragon Ball Z or something. I don't know. It's gonna be a good one. Because we got journalists who are outright admitting that they are doing quote unquote experimental articles with fanboy content, pushing fanboy agendas. But then when a lot of these people get that heat on them, when them kids get that heat on them. You know, it's not the kids. When these journalists get that heat, you know what they say?
I'm only human. I'm only human. I'm only human.
You know what they love to say? Oh, well, you know, you're reading too much into it. It's not that big a deal. Oh my God, why are you taking this so serious? It's not that big a deal. It's just an article. No, it's the principle. It's the principle. And time again, people have been exposed for doing this type of shit. The most recent one we definitely gonna look at. Oh yes, we're gonna look at that. Then when you look at the influencer side, with the most recent stuff that has happened with Microsoft and the delay of Starfield and all that crazy stuff, right? That stuff is, again, and I've said this time and time again, but I'll put the disclaimer out here on the show as well. When it comes to the actual delay, right? So Starfield and Redfall having to be delayed, I think without a shadow of a doubt, I think I can speak for all of us when I say the delay is not the problem. The delay is not the problem when it comes to Starfield and Redfall, right? Because again, delays happen all the time. We all understand that. Developers need more time. We all understand that bullshit, right? That's not the problem. The problem is, and I've said this last week, I keep saying it, and it's like it flies over a lot of people's head, right? Because they automatically think, oh well, you just hating on Xbox, and it's like, no, there is an issue here. And like I was saying earlier in a space that I was in, the glaring issue with Microsoft and Xbox is the fact that there has been too many inconsistencies with putting out a steady stream of content. That is the problem at its core. And getting a quick fly-by-night third-party game into Game Pass day and date is only a band-aid to the larger problem at hand, which is a problem that has been following Microsoft since into this generation from last generation, because this was a problem then. Now, obviously, they have what makes it much more worse and why it's much more magnified now is because Microsoft now has a close to 30 studios and will soon have about 40 studios once they acquire Activision Blizzard next year. And so that's going the number of studios that they have is going to be amplified. You understand? And to have that number of studios and still not be able to consistently put out content is a problem, especially when you have people like Nintendo and PlayStation who have been consistently putting out content even through the pandemic. Now, yes, the pandemic is still happening all around the world. That is something I don't think anyone here can dispute. It's still happening. But at the same time, it would be different. And again, I should have got some water from the kitchen, man. I'm talking so much, man. It's starting to get fucking cat in mouth. Anyway, the larger problem at hand here is that with Microsoft, these problems were happening prior to the pandemic. It's not like the pandemic happened and Microsoft consistency with content started to get messed up. No, these issues were happening prior to the fact. So because these issues were happening prior to the fact, they are subject to the same type of criticisms when it comes to this stuff, because again, other studios are able to consistently put out content. Yes, there have been delays, absolutely, but at its core, Nintendo and PlayStation have been able to consistently put out content. The fact that Microsoft still cannot do that, despite having the most studios out of the big three, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox, it's an issue that is magnified and seriously needs to be looked at with fresh eyes, with greater eyes, with someone with more power, because this is a large issue, larger than what people want to admit, right? You have a lot of apologists out here who will not admit that it is a problem. And listen, no one is saying people want Microsoft to fail, people want Xbox. No one, listen, it's not that type of argument, because that's always people's first. It's just like the my opinion thing.
It's my opinion.
Whenever someone can't really dispute what you have to say, or dispute your claim, or dispute an argument in a debate, they always run to I'm not a fanboy. I don't deal in the console wars. And I'm like, who the fuck is talking about that, bro? You understand? We're having a conversation about the problems within the industry, and one of the biggest problems in the industry is that one of the companies that's buying up the most studios, buying up the largest studios, has the most money, still can't consistently put out content. That is a problem.
It's my opinion.
But you know what they say.
I'm only human.
That's what they love to say, right? So I think at its core, we all can understand, right? Now, again, you don't have to agree with it, and that's perfectly okay. You do not have to agree, but I think at its core, looking at Microsoft's track record and looking at their inability to properly procure a consistent stream of content, having the most studios, expecting people to pay monthly $15 a month or $180 a year for Game Pass, and not being able to, again, consistently put out a stream of content, this is a problem. You cannot expect people to... Yo, Marty, appreciate you. Is that Marty? Let me see. Yeah, Marty Bison, appreciate you, man, for the sub, man. Appreciate you. You cannot expect people to consistently put out content and not have a proper stream. It's not happening. Yo, Cooper Clips, because shout out to everybody in the chat. Mondo, what's good? Appreciate y'all. Listen, let me get these super chats real quick, and then I want to show y'all what I'm talking about. So, Mr. Go Tryhard Guy, Chia, man, I always appreciate you, bro. He says, this weekend been eventful, and I missed a lot of it. Yeah, it's been eventful, bro. The Ash and Luca, always appreciate you, mama. She says, that chick pulled out the fraud handbook. Can't believe she says she prefers the controllers over the games. Persona, what are the controllers used for? Oh, God. Hey, yo, Luca, I'm speechless. Yo, listen, I know that this industry and this community and the gaming and all that, it's a lot of crazy shit that happens here. Very rarely am I speechless, because I've damn near seen it all when it comes to like the craziness of this community. But since the start of this generation, I gotta keep it real. Since the start of this generation, I'm speechless with some of this shit, bro. Because I'm just like, I can't believe this is where we're at in gaming, bro. Like the lack of respect for gaming is crazy. I can't believe it, bro. And the fact that a lot of people aren't necessarily, and again, I think that's because a lot of people in the casual market aren't really following that stuff. But it's just like, you got reviewers not completing games and openly saying they don't complete games, right? You got people talking about games look like DLC, all this crazy shit. My God. It
looks like DLC.
I mean, my God. And then this most recent one with this specific influencer, just horrible gaming takes all over the place. Listen, yo, God of War, Final Fantasy 16, you guys need to hurry up, bro, because whoo. But let me get these other super chats. Stealth Guy, appreciate you for the super. He says, go sign up to be an Xbox ambassador in honor of Smooth. Yeah, I think I am too, man. I think I'm gonna sign up, man, for my boy Smooth. Yo, they did my boy Smooth dirty, right? Which is crazy because, yo, Smooth, man, I know Smooth for a really long time, man. Smooth is a good dude, man. He one of the few Xbox gamers out here who's actually playing games. That's the biggest problem within this community, is that no one is actually gaming. And I'm not saying spend your whole day or your whole life gaming, but again, we keep going back to this conversation. The question I ask, are you verifiable? That is the question. That is a question that I created for the industry. Are you verifiable? Right? And the question gets asked not to gatekeep or keep you away from a conversation, but to make sure that, again, this is the internet, guys. We don't know each other from a can of paint. Once we sign off of these YouTube and Twitters and go to bed and go back to our real lives, we don't know each other. Now, obviously, some of us might maintain communication and relationships outside of the social media world, right? But at the end of the day, when it comes to congregating and participating in any type of conversations within social media, you want to make sure that the people that you're around are the people that's actually gaming. Now, 9 times out of 10, you can always tell if someone's a gamer or actually played the games that you're talking about based off conversations. So the question of are you verifiable, 9 times out of 10, it answers itself through a lot of things that people tend to say about games, where you could just tell, right? Like, so pretend I never played Horizon Forbidden West, and I said, oh man, when Aloy died in Aloy died in Horizon Forbidden West, I thought that was trash. It's like, huh? What you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Huh? Oh, when I rode on the back of a Thunderdro, I thought it was fun, huh? What are you talking about? You're not making no sense. A lot of people tend to have a very surface level viewpoint or opinions when it comes to gaming. A lot of times that's a big indicator of like someone that ain't really played the game or don't really know what they're talking about. And like I've always said, everyone doesn't need to be a part of the conversation, right? Everyone does not need to participate in that. Because oftentimes when you participate in that and you're around somebody that knows as much, if not more than you about a game or a specific topic, you end up making yourself look like a fool, all because you want to be heard, all because you just couldn't sit to the side and listen. Crazy. Shout out to Caleb. He says, I don't want Xbox to fall. I just want Microsoft to sell that division off so someone who is willing to put the work in. That's what I'm saying. And back to Smooth, like I was saying, Kid Smooth, you know, he a good dude, man. Like, you know, he a gamer. Smooth is a gamer. He's out here gaming, right? So the fact that he can't get into the Xbox ambassador, that shit crazy. I'm like, bro, what? I had to at Phil Spencer. I'm like, yo, Phil Spencer, stop it, bro. My Xbox, what y'all doing, man? Smooth is one of the biggest Microsoft Xbox lovers out there. You feel me? He gonna ride for the brand. You feel me? Smooth gonna ride for the brand, and you can't give my boy no ambassadorship, or you took his ambassadorship away. Stop it, man. Stop it. Especially out here where there's a lot of other people who be saying outright misinformation, lies, spreading propaganda, and all this other bullshit. You ain't checking for them. Now, I wonder why Smooth is getting this type of treatment. You know, is it that skin color? Let me not go there. But going back to this whole influencer thing, right? Gamers versus influencers. This has been a big problem for a very long time now, right? Where a lot of influencers really, you can tell based off how they talk about gaming, how they approach gaming, just a lot of that shit. It's they in it for the free shit. They in it for the trips to the studios and all the free swag and the exclusive access that comes along with that. And I think some of them get a bit of a God complex. You know, when you get like the Twitter check mark, when you getting all this free shit from influencers and shit and all this other stuff. Hey, yo, Kaiser, what's up? Appreciate you for subbing. You get a bit of a God complex, I feel like, with some of this stuff. But one specific influencer caught my eye, right? And again, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I'm like, listen, like, shorty, what? Hey, yo, listen, man, I understand making some type of excuse every now and then, right? But, you know, for some of this shit,
I'm only human.
I'm just like, yo, sometimes less is more, right? I don't know if you guys ever read the book 48 Laws of Power. You know, less is more. You understand? Less is more. Shout out to the 48 Laws of Power, man. One of the greatest books I've ever read in my life, right? It's helped me out tremendously in my life, real talk. Because, you know, I gotta show y'all. I gotta show y'all, man. Like, it's not even something I can explain. I just gotta show y'all, man. Dear God. Dear God. I mean, dear God. What is going on here? What is going on here? Hold up. What is going on here? All right, so this influencer, it's your Xbox ambassador, all that other stuff, right? And so, you know, again, last week everybody was getting on Microsoft, you know, the fact there was no content, all that stuff, right? Y'all remember what was going on last week, right? And so this influencer, she goes, to those criticizing Phil Spencer,
I'm a game influencer.
For the Starfield and Redfall delays, please consider, can you lead and manage one of the biggest brands in the world with hundreds of staff and moving pieces? 2, the pandemic has affected everyone. 3, oh, you know what? Let me read this right. Hold on. Let me start over. I gotta read this right. We're not reading this right. I gotta do this right. All right, let me start over. We're gonna start from the beginning. I gotta get into character. Cue the music! To those criticizing Phil Spencer for the Starfield and Redfall delays, please consider, can you lead and manage one of the biggest brands in the world with hundreds of staff and moving pieces? The pandemic has affected everyone. Slow and steady wins the race. Have you ever heard of the hare and the tortoise? And last but not least, he's only human.
I'm only human. I'm only human. I'm only human. I'm only human.
He's only human. Ayo, listen. You new age influencers are something else, boy. Oh, Lord, Lord. Whew.
I'm a game influencer.
I'm sorry. You new age influencers, y'all have taken this shit to the next level. And I didn't even think there was a next level higher than the cappery that y'all have been doing these past couple generations. You understand? But the levels that you have taken this is listen, you might as well be sitting up in the clouds with Zeus and the motherfuckers. The way y'all are. Listen. Number one. So we're gonna go through this one by one. Number one. To those can you lead and manage one of the biggest brands in the world with hundreds of staff and moving pieces? I'm sure that was a question that was on the job application that Phil Spencer filled out. And I'm sure he checked, excuse me, I'm sure he checked yes on that box. I'm sure he checked yes. That's a cop out answer. Can you lead? I'm sure if they gave me the keys to the boat, I'd steer that motherfucker. Hey, if I was driving the Titanic, we wouldn't have hit that iceberg. I'd have smelt that shit. I'd have been sniffing like hell. Like, is that an iceberg? Go on and move the boat. Let me drive the boat. What kind of, I'm telling you, the first one is like, it's like a, that's my opinion type of thing.
It's my opinion.
That's what that is. That's not like, that question should be asked to Phil Spencer. Ask him that question. Because right now, he's not doing the best job. Okay? He's not doing the best job. Number two, the pandemic has affected everyone. Yeah, it has. It affected me. It affected you. It affected everyone in this chat. We've got 240 people in this chat. It affected everybody in the goddamn world. But you know what? If I wanted food on my back, if I wanted clothes on my back, I said food on my back. Oh God. If I wanted clothes on my back, food on my table, a roof over my head, money in my investment accounts, I had to work. Now, luckily, being in IT, just work from home. Which a lot of people transition to. I think majority of the world, except for essential workers, and essential workers, we appreciate you always and forever. The pandemic has affected everybody. And it also affected PlayStation and Nintendo tremendously. It's still affecting PlayStation and Nintendo, especially in Japan, where they're still doing lockdowns and all this other shit. But once again, why is it that under those circumstances, PlayStation and Nintendo are able to deliver? This whole pandemic thing, yes, before, yes, but people are either adjusting or have gotten over that hump. And the fact that other companies that are in the same line of work as you have been consistent and able to put out content, I don't get it. How do you think something like that is going to fly for Microsoft? My fault, guys. Hold up. Every time I'm trying to stream, man, now the fucking sirens want to happen, man. I swear to God, man. New York got like 3 more years out of me, man. I'm out of here. The pandemic, so like that whole pandemic argument, it's like, yo, you cannot sit here and make that excuse for one when it's affecting everybody and your competition is able to overcome. So that goes back to the first question, because if we're saying the pandemic has affected everyone, it has, and we see how both Nintendo and PlayStation has pivoted. So in under those circumstances in the situation, looking at question 2, we need to circle back to question 1. Going back and turning to Phil Spencer, going back and turning to Matt Booty. Can you lead and manage one of the biggest brands in the world with hundreds of staff and moving pieces? Because once again, the pandemic has affected everyone, but for Nintendo and PlayStation, they were able to pivot. They were able to adapt. They were able to adjust. Again, Phil Spencer, Matt Booty. See question 1. Question 3, slow and steady wins the race. Lady, this is not kindergarten. This isn't like none of us are back in elementary school. What? Yo, forget me not, what's up? Slow and steady wins the race? This isn't the tortoise and the hare. I read that back in like elementary school. This is not kindergarten, miss. With all due respect. Again, these are just bad game takes. Okay? Slow and steady wins the race. I don't even know what that means. Like, in the sense of gaming, I don't understand what that means. How is slow and steady winning the race when it ain't winning this race? Because Microsoft been going slow and steady for the past 2 generations now. Nintendo and PlayStation have lapped them tenfold. So they might want to pick up the pace a little bit. And once again, circle back to question 1. And you need to turn your position to Phil Spencer and Matt Booty. Can you lead and manage one of the biggest brands in the world with hundreds of staff and moving pieces? It's not about me. It's not about the community. It's not about us. And see, that's a very tactics like this. See, this right here, this like some gaslighting tactics bullshit here, man. This some covert ops shit, right? Trying to turn something like that on the community to make the community look and feel like, oh, well, you know, if I feel anything but sympathy for Microsoft, then I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad person. This is shaming behavior. This is very shaming behavior. Don't fall for that bullshit with that question 1. That's meant to throw you off. Fuck out of here. And then last but not least, he's only human. What? Again, this shit don't make sense to like, yo. Yo, with all due respect, this stuff does not make, like, I really mean this with all due respect. This just does not, what does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean? He's only human. I'm only human. You're only human. Everybody in the world is human, but we all are still expected to do our jobs. We all are still expected to perform. What does this mean?
I'm only human. I'm only human.
What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? It looks like nonsense. It is nonsense, man. It is nonsense. None of this answers the question of, or really explains the delay. Like, she didn't talk about the delay. She didn't talk about the inconsistencies from Microsoft. She just used shaming language to shame the gaming community and make you look like the bad guy. So so ladies and gentlemen, If you don't feel anything but sympathy for Microsoft and for the team, you are the bad guy. You are a bad person. You are a cancer in the gaming community. That's what this language tells me. That gamers are inconsiderate, the community is inconsiderate, and they shouldn't feel anything but sympathy. That's what this tells me. I'm reading between the lines. This is shaming language. I'm good. It's not gonna work here. Yo, shout out to Luca for the super chat. She says, no, not the Naruto theme. Absolutely. So she made the tweet. I mean, she made that tweet, right? And naturally, hey yo, this community, I swear, man, this community is next level, bro. Hey yo, this gaming community is next level, bro. Y'all are next level with this shit, man. Y'all are next level, right? So, naturally, when you say things like this, especially things that are very sympathetic, very apologetic, right? Especially being an Xbox ambassador and all this other crazy shit, Xbox MVP. You know, people gonna pull the cards, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to verification. Again, going back to the question, are you verifiable? Are you verifiable, right? So I think it was Porter Rock that posted, so essentially people found out that she's not really a gamer like that, or she's not really gaming as much as she should be. You understand? And a lot of people were starting to call her out on that, like, yo, you're not really out here playing no games. I mean, look, y'all know how it go. I don't got to explain that to y'all. You get what I'm saying? And I think it was it was P Rock. I seen it from P. Did I bookmark this? Let me see. I should have bookmarked this, man. Nah, I didn't bookmark it. I forgot to. Oh yeah, it's Porter Rock. Here we go. So she put out another tweet because something about like her high gamer score, right? Because she doesn't really have a high gamer score, and so a lot of people were getting at her, right? And exposing her because she's talking about how Forza Horizon is this and is that and all this crazy shit, right? And listen, guys, I always tell y'all, man, and this is why I say the shit that I say, man. Not to be an asshole, not to be mean, not to be rude, right? Yo, gaming is a hobby that we all love and respect. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, there are certain, I don't want to say criteria because it's not a criteria, but when it comes to the information that you're taking in on social media, you always want to make sure that this stuff is coming from a place or from people who truly have the same ideologies as you when it comes to gaming. You love gaming, it's your passion, it's truly your hobby, you love to do it. Do these people share those same sentiments, right? And again, everyone doesn't have to be a super omega level hardcore gamer that's fucking, gaming 80, 90, 100 hours a week. Absolutely not, right? But there needs to be some type of consistency within what they're saying versus their actions. You get what I'm saying? There needs to be consistency. And I think for everyone here, when it comes to the people that you truly rock with and the people that you take information from, you need to have some type of personal criteria that you check off to make sure, yo, this is somebody valid that I can rock with. You get what I'm saying? Somebody I can really take their opinion seriously, right? Especially when it comes to influencers, because for a lot of influencers, their job is to do what, ladies and gentlemen? Influence. So how do they do that? They will say any and everything because they getting them dollars. They getting the kickbacks. They getting the flights out to different events and meeting this person and that person and free game here and all this other bullshit. They are influencers. That's what they're supposed to do. You understand? So when it comes to hanging on to their every word with shit, you need to have a personal criteria for yourself. Again, this is for you personally, right? Because everybody's different. Some people might be like, I don't really care, so there's no need for me to have a criteria because I don't really follow those types of people. But for the people who do follow those type of people and really are listening to what these people have to say, you need to have some type of personal criteria to make sure that this person aligns with with you and your beliefs when it comes to gaming. I think that stuff is important because, again, there's a lot of misinformation that gets thrown around Twitter every single day. That's why I always tell you guys, fact check the fact checker. Always fact check for yourself. Always do your own personal research. Make sure that you have the most accurate information. Because, again, I say this all the time to you guys. Misinformation breeds stupidity. Yo, Jeff B. Gamer, what's good? Social Joints, what's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what? Another round of applause for everybody in chat, man. Will we hit 300 concurrent viewers? Are we gonna hit 300 concurrent viewers today? I think we will. I think we will. Let's hope, guys. Like the stream, share the stream out, do what you do, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all always and forever. All right, so okay, so it was Thrash. Yo, listen. Thrash, we had Thrash on What's Up PlayStation podcast this past weekend, right? Thrash is a good dude. And I was saying this on Whoops, and I really mean this, man, right? Because I understand Thrash. You understand? And I get that some people may listen to Thrash and listen to his show or hear how he speak, right? And a lot of people might write him off because of how he speak or because he used the N-word a lot or he curses a lot and things like that, right? Which I really think is disingenuous, right? One of the things for my platform, and even for Whoops, right? When me and Bari, our thing is, our podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community, right? We all come from different walks of life. You get what I'm saying? We all grew up in a lot of different areas, right? We all didn't grow up with a silver spoon in our mouth. We all didn't grow up doing the same things, right? I think having to constrict who someone is, like, I want people, for me personally, I want people to feel comfortable when they speak to me. I don't want people to feel like stiff, and because I want it to be a conversation. And I like to joke, I like to crack jokes, laugh, things like that. I like people to feel comfortable. You feel me? And a lot of people write Thrash off because of how he speaks, or because he's vulgar at times or whatever. I love it because that's who he is. It's authentic. But the problem is a lot of people hear that and don't hear the message. A lot of people see how Thrash is and try to write him off, and that's not right, right? Because Thrash is a really good dude. He's real. You understand? And he keeps it real. Like, the shit that he says, it's real knowledgeable, really dope shit, man. He's a really talented, smart brother, man. So, like, I got a lot of respect for Thrash and what he, the information and things that he brings to the community. I think he's a great guy, honestly. But again, a lot of people, they try to write him off, which is not right, right? So when it comes to what Thrash did, y'all know Thrash is like king investigator out here in this in this community. He pulled up her PSN and all, her gamer tag, and it was showing that she only got 9,100 gamer score, and all this other crazy shit, right? It shows her, like, hyping up Forza, like, oh, happy official Forza Day, all this other shit. But she only put, almost 3 hours in the game. You get what I'm saying? Yo, hey, yo, Thrash is there. Hey, yo, I love Thrash, bro. It's still funny, man. Hey, yo, Thrash is a funny dude, man. Yo, Thrash is one of the greats. So, so she quote tweeted. I knew. Well, he tagged us. I knew she was gonna see this, right? So he tagged her. She replied. So she goes, today's attack, Dayan. Hold up. How do we say her name? Dahayana. I think that's how you say it. I just got a little tongue tied just now. My fault. So I want to start by saying this, right? Everything is not an attack. And I think that's what comes with this whole social media age that we're in, right? Where everyone thinks that because you challenge somebody's opinion, right? Or you have a difference of opinions, right? Or you call out somebody's bad gaming takes, people tend to take that as Attack. Yo, are you serious? Hold on. It's always in the summertime too with the sirens and shit, bro. It's like, bro, what the hell? Everything is not an attack. Yo, shout out to y'all in the chat with the super chats, man. Ash and Luke, I appreciate you always, mama. She says, please hit the like button. It helps, y'all. I appreciate you, Luca, always. Yo, Viper Reaps with the $50 super duper whooper chizzy act. Oh, he says, Thrash Ambassador DZ left a lot of dead bodies on that video he posted this morning. Ooh wee, music to my ears. Yo, Thrash very calculated, man. I'm telling y'all. And then Legit Chaos presents, yo, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, smooth down bad. I'm on my Xbox ambassador now. Hey yo, man, everybody do Xbox ambassador for my boy Smooth, man. Tell Xbox, man, get that man Smooth his ambassadorship back, man. Stop that bullshit. But so, you know, everything is not an attack, right? It's not an attack, right? And people, again, stuff like that, people use that as like a defense mechanism to try to get people to back down because certain words are trigger words, or certain words, you know, kind of gets people's ears perked up. You get what I'm saying? And again, and I wish, you know, if some of the ladies want to come through too. I know it's a couple ladies in the chat. If y'all want to give y'all thoughts, because I'm going to tread this very carefully, right? You know, us as gamers, right? Whether you're male, female, you know, they, them, he, she, whatever, however you identify as, right? Us as gamers is just gamers, right? So when it comes to us all congregating together, we all are going to talk our shit about gaming. If we disagree, we're going to disagree, and that's it. But disagreeing as gamers, not disagreeing as, oh, I'm a man, you're a woman, so I disagree. No, none of that. Never none of that, man. Us as gamers, it's a disagreement. And I think that's one of the issues is that I think some might actually view themselves as like separate from the gaming community because of their gender or whatever the case may be. And I don't think that's right, man. We all are together. We all are gamers. And if we all are gamers and we all love gaming, we all should be able to be allowed to be subjected to the same type of criticisms when it comes to bad gaming takes, when it comes to disagreements, when it comes to not agreeing with people's opinions, when it comes to debates and everything. Because again, we all are gamers at the end of the day. I stand by that. I mean that, right? So regardless if it's a man or a woman, if I disagree, I disagree. And I think for all of us, I think we can disagree there. Let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying and you agree. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't agree. I think we all are gamers at the end of the day, and no one is above a criticism. No one is above reproach. You get what I'm saying? Again, we all gamers. Throw a 1 in the chat if you agree. Okay. Hey, throw the 1s in the chat. Is we in a strip club? I'm seeing the 1s, baby. Hey, look at the 1s, man. I love it. Objective B says 1.5. Oh my god. You get what I'm saying? The 1s is all through the chat because people understand. You feel me? So when it comes to this, no one's attacking you, Diana. No one's attacking. It's a bad game to take. It's a disagreement. Especially being an influencer and all that other shit. Listen, man, people gonna call out the bad game it takes. You're not above that. No one is above that, right? So she goes on to say, reminder, I don't have to be a hardcore gamer to be a part of the Xbox community. You could be a part of the Xbox family in many ways, like supporting others as a friend, answering forum questions, and fighting for representation, etc. I agree. You don't have to be a hardcore gamer. You don't in any capacity. But see, there's a caveat. Not caviar, caveat. Y'all ever had caviar before, by the way? I've had caviar like 2 times in my life. This shit tastes salty and nasty as fuck. Anyway, I agree with the hardcore, with not having to be a hardcore gamer. You don't have to be. And I've said this a million times, right? when it comes to the question of are you verifiable, you don't need to have a million gamer score and all this other crazy shit. No, that's an anomaly. You get what
They're an anomaly.
that's an anomaly. You get what I'm saying? Like, everyone is not doing that because, again, people's responsibilities and things like that outside of gaming obviously takes precedence to gaming. But here's the thing. Does that mean that just because you're not a hardcore gamer or don't game as much or not at all or whatever, does that mean that you are above reproach? Does that mean that you are absolved from criticisms, disagreements, debates, right? And then the deeper question is, okay, you're not a hardcore gamer, you're not really, not gaming as much or whatever. Why should people listen to what you have to say? When it comes to gaming, when it pertains to gaming, why should people listen to what you have to say? And I'm really asking that question. So then she goes on to say, I don't get a chance to play a lot of games because I work full-time, run 3 communities, host events for the local Xbox family out of my own pocket, work with organizations to encourage diversity, etc. I also buy most of my collectibles, whether Xbox related or not. A high gamer score isn't a requirement to be an ambassador, nor does it mean I don't get games. I don't play much, but I watch my partner who's clocked hundreds of hours on his Xbox. That's how I got involved into games. Finally, I've never said I love Xbox because of their games. I've always loved Xbox because of what they do for with gaming for everyone. Their custom controller designs, and the number one reason, the community. Though after this, I might have to rethink the wide definition of community. I mean, custom controller, but what are you doing with the controller? You just collecting controllers and not really playing? I don't know. That just, some of this seems like a cop out. Like, all right, here's my thing. All right, so you work full time, you run 3 communities, you host events, and all this other shit, but you conveniently found time to make the tweet that you made. Where's it at? You conveniently found time to make the initial tweet. You get what I'm saying? You found the time to make the initial tweet. You get what that's why, like, some of this stuff falls apart for me, because I'm looking at it and I'm questioning, okay, you clearly have a very busy life, which a lot of people do, but you still found time to make the tweet, and clearly you were following a lot of the backlash or a lot of the back and forth that was happening on social media, right? But you found time to make this tweet, this initial tweet. Where, okay, you're not, you do all this, you very active, you got a lot of other things you got going on in your life. Cool, I hear you, we all do, but you still found time to make this tweet being apologetic. Why? That's my question. Why? Where does the time come from for this? Through running and doing all this and having this business and that and this and that and that, all you found time to make this tweet, which tells me that, one, you follow the back and forth. So you following the quote unquote, because people like to label the quote unquote console war shit. You follow it. 2, you had time to make this tweet with full of excuses. Come on, mommy, stop it. And then she says, to clarify, Xbox to me is not just a gaming publisher. They're an organization that cultivates accessibility, creativity, and diversity. Anyone can appreciate that. You can also enjoy games regardless of how often or how good you play. Those who don't drive Formula 1 cars race enjoy F1, right? Very true. Very, very true. Again, yes, Xbox is very pro accessibility, diversity, creativity. Absolutely. I give kudos to Xbox for all of that, to Microsoft for all of that stuff. All of that stuff is wonderful. So I agree with you 100%. But it goes back to my, to everyone that was coming at, replying to your initial tweet. It goes back to the initial question of gaming. You're in a gaming community, but you're not gaming. how can you expect anyone to take your opinions on gaming seriously? Now, if you want to speak on just accessibility and all that stuff, fine. But this right here pertains to gaming. And you just told us you don't really play games that much. You're really in it for the accessibility, you know, what you say, accessibility, creativity, diversity, all this other shit. That's great. That's great. But all of this still does not explain this tweet. Everything goes back to this tweet, because this tweet directly has to do with gaming. This tweet directly has to do with Starfield and Redfall delays. This tweet directly has to do with Microsoft's inability to cultivate a consistent flow of content. So once again, through your full-time job, running 3 communities, hosting events, look out your pocket, working with organizations on diversity and all that, which again, a lot of that stuff is wonderful. It seems like you definitely are doing great things. But again, everything that you said you love Xbox for doesn't necessarily directly has to do with gaming, but the tweet that you made making excuses for Xbox has to do with gaming. So if you do not follow gaming or aren't really that deep into that side of Xbox when it comes to the gaming, why that gives more credence to people asking, are you verifiable? And you just verified to us that they're not really deep into that. So again, something that directly has to do with gaming, why speak on that at all? Why speak on that at all? Shout out to Luca. She says, cultivate diversity, accessibility, and creativity for what, Persona? Gaming? Also loving the stream. I'm out shopping and then working out after. Yo, I appreciate you, Luca, and shout out to you shopping and working out. That working out is fire. Trust and believe, man. Your boy trying to get back out there myself. Trust me. Yeah, no, but seriously, you make a good point, Luca. All of that has to do with accessibility, creativity, and diversity. All of that still directly links to gaming. So again, going back to the initial tweet, why make this tweet? If you not really deep into gaming and you're and you care about the other stuff, why make the tweet making excuses? Knowing that the people that truly follow gaming and truly deep into this stuff, they were gonna come for you. They want to check you. They want to check to make sure you verifiable. So my question, and I really want to know, why make this initial tweet? What was the thought process behind this? What was the thought process behind listing out the 4 reasons why we should give a pass to Microsoft and Phil Spencer? I want to know what was going through your mind through that exact moment. Because it doesn't make sense to me. You feel me? It does not make sense. The fact that you're making the initial tweet, then when real gamers come for you, oh well, I'm not only human. I'm not really about gaming. You know, I just like the accessibility, diversity, creativity. I run 3 tournaments. I got an organization. Whoa, gamers, slow down. I'm not really that deep even into gaming. The only reason why I got into gaming is because my boyfriend, he did. Come on, mommy. Come on, mommy. Stop it. We're not stupid. And listen, it's okay to feel this way. I want to preface that. It's okay for you to feel this way, but it's also okay for the people in the community to check you. It's okay for the people in the community to question your motives. It's okay for the people in the community to think you have a bad gaming take and speak on it. No one's attacking you. No one is attacking you. But you can't sit here and tell me that you thought putting a tweet like this out, especially with the amount of followers that you have, 18,000 followers, you couldn't tell me that putting this tweet out wasn't going to garner some type of attention. Cut it out.
I'm only human.
Cut the cap. Cut it out, mommy. Cut it out. You know what you was doing. You was getting the reaction. And this happens entirely too often. I need water, guys. Give me a second. Let me go get my gallon of water from the fridge. I'm suffocating. Hold on. My fault, guys.
I'm only human.
Sorry, guys. I needed some water.
I'm only human.
I'm talking too much, man. And normally I have like a big jug of water with me when I do my podcast. I'm talking a lot, especially when I do my solo cast. It's only me, so I'm talking so much. I gotta have that water with me. Oh boy, yo, there's nothing better than water, man. I'm telling you, there's nothing better than water.
I'm only human.
Where was I? Yeah, you couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me you didn't think you was gonna get some type of reaction. But again, no one is above reproach. That's the thing that I think a lot of people need to understand in this community. But see, this goes back to something that we've been seeing in the community for quite a while now, where you see a lot of these influencers, journalists, and media personalities make these blanket statements or make very specific statements that targeted towards a specific brand, developer, console, whatever, or make tweets like this, and then when the heat comes down on them, they want to pull back.
I'm only human.
Oh, well, this is why the gaming community is so bad and so toxic and this and that. And I'm like, bro, are there weirdos in the gaming community? Absolutely. There are too many weirdos out here. Absolutely. I would never not deny that there are weirdos out here. 100%. But here's the other side of it, man. Yes, there are weirdos out here, but there are also people out here who truly love and respect gaming and want to have that conversation, have that back and forth. Or once again, no one is above reproach. So when it comes to a bad gaming take, people are going to speak on that, man. That's just how social media works. You can't expect to put things out here onto the internet to the public eyes and expect people not to speak on it. They're going to speak on it, and rightfully so. They're going to speak on it, man. They're going to speak on it. So, Miss DS Geek, I'm sorry you feel the way you know. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not sorry, but it's the gaming community. It's the internet. No one is above criticism. No one. Regardless of who it is, no one is above criticism. And that's what this is. It's crazy too. Hey yo, Sticks put a sycophant, a person who acts obsequiously towards someone important in order to gain an advantage. That's crazy. It's crazy. See, here's the other thing. I'm gonna talk about this other thing too. Where old boy, where this boy at, man? We gotta talk about this, man. Because it's not just influencers, it's journalists. It's all over, man. And this is why I keep telling y'all, you gotta maintain. You gotta make sure that the people that you listening to and following, they check those boxes of consistency for you, man. Because it's a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of misinformation, and a lot of craziness that's being pushed around in order to garner followers and attention, right? Where's the tweets at? Where's the tweets, man? Because this is the thing with journalists that, like, yo, it kills me, man. Because it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Is that people make these articles, And see, here's the thing about journalists, and we talked about this a long time ago too. Um, Journalists hold a lot of power within the community and the industry because for journalists, especially the bigger publications, um, they hold the keys to a lot of development studios' success, or for a lot of development studios that would stay open. A lot of journalists control that, right? And the way they control that is through reviews. Reviews, even though I don't follow reviews, I'm a firm believer in actually playing game. If a game looks interesting to you, buy it and play it. You understand? Like that's how it was back in the day. The fuck. But for a lot of people, they strictly rely on reviews. I think J Dub like had the tweets. I'm looking for. I should have bookmarked this. I'm sorry, guys. I know y'all like Persona. What are you doing? What are you doing? You should have had this lined up. I should have, man. I'm sorry, guys. I know. Persona, I do not like you keeping me waiting. I'm sorry, guys. Calm down. I got y'all. I think J Dub. It was either J Dub or Porter Rock had those tweets. The tweets lined up like it perfectly, so I can, because it'll flow with the conversation. It'll flow with the convo. I want to find the tweets though. Let me dry the boat. Oh damn, Jeff Grubb blocked Jeff Grubb blocked BG. Hold up. Yo, hey yo Grubb, why you block my man's God? Hey yo Grubb, Jeff Grubb blocked my. I don't think Jeff Grubb ain't gonna block me because all this shit is just jokes. Yo, shout out to my boy Jeff Grubb. Yo, why Jeff Grubb block my boy BG though? Chill. Hey yo Jeff Grubb, man, come through to the chat. We gotta talk, man. Why you block my man BG, man? Yo, my boy BG, man. That's cool peoples, man. Come on, man. You ain't gotta block my boy BG. That's good. That's good peoples, man. That's good peoples. Yo, Jeff Grubb blocked that boy BG, man. That's crazy. Hey, yo, that shit funny, bro. I know BG don't care either. I'm just like, damn, bro, what's going on? Where is these tweets? I'm trying to find these tweets. May 15th. I know you. Trying to find the tweets, man. I'm sorry, guys. I know, guys. I know it's crazy. This Eric Kahn dude, crazy with the bullshit. I'm trying to show the examples. I think it was J Dub. It might have been somebody else though. But it's crazy, man. When it comes to journalists, a lot of what they do is spread misinformation, or they incite a lot of that console war shit. And when they incite a lot of the console war stuff, when the heat come down, they want to pull back, man.
I'm only human.
They want to pull back, and they want to pretend like, oh well, it's all positive. It's all about gaming. It's just, I'm only about gaming. I'm only about positivity. And it's like, bro, stop it, man. You're not. You incite a lot of that stuff, and then when the heat come down on you, you can't handle it. You don't know what to do. It's like, bro, stop it, man. Like, stuff like that is very disingenuous, man. And it happens more than you think. But then it's like, when it comes to why it's happening, a lot of people are here we go. This is it. Is this it right here? Here we go. Yeah. A lot of people, besides playing PlayStation, I never suggested headlines proactive, so I could, but yeah, what is it? Experiment. I know he's talking about like an experiment or some bullshit like that, man. Let's see. But of course, by all means, disagree with the analysis. Argue that Game Pass isn't all that. Argue that. Inside, we get Sony dude bros posting screenshots of my articles saying, ha, blah, blah, blah. All right, so here we go. This is it right here, right? So the initial tweet was, this dude, man, Eric Kane, he's he put out two different articles for I forget what publication this is. I don't know if this was Forbes or something like that. He says Xbox Series X is about to leave the PS5 in the dust. He did it twice. He did two separate articles, one on August 26, 2021, and one on December 17th, 2021. So he says a lot of people who missed the point of my article think that Bethesda delaying a couple games means that's my point, which are that Xbox becoming a platform rather than just a console no longer stands. Well, I'm not that interested in responding to a bunch of illiterates. Besides, replying to all the PlayStation fanboys who try to pick a fight with me would be time consuming and pointless, so I'll be brief. I never suggested that Xbox Series X would outsell the PlayStation 5. I argued that the Xbox platform via Game Pass and cloud streaming would leave the console war behind entirely. Yo, are you serious? This is like the fourth time, bro. Fucking the sirens, bro. Would leave the console war behind entirely. Because Xbox will be something more than just a box. The headline is obviously provocative, so I can't really complain that people are responding angrily. Fanboy's gonna fanboy, but yeah, they will willfully miss the point of the argument, which again is on par with the course. You see this right here. I want to focus on this. Is this the part? Yeah, I want to focus on this section right here, man. I want to focus on this section right here. It's this section. For me, it's this section, because again, oh, shout out to Luca. Hold up, Luca just helped me out. Luca just helped me out, man. Hold up, let me check. Here we go. Yes. Shout out to Luca. Hey, Luca, I'm gonna get you a steak dinner with some mashed potatoes and veggies. I got you. All right, so this is it right here. All right, we're about to get into it. All right. So, he goes, interesting tidbit on how Google works. I wrote my 2 Xbox leaves PlayStation in the dust articles last year, what everyone is now suddenly so upset about as an experiment. A colleague told me that Google rewards repetition. This is not something I normally do outside of guides, like Wordle or Fortnite guides, but I thought I'd give it a shot with my next big post. The first in the dust article did like 300K hits or something, so that was a perfect one to experiment with. Sure enough, an almost identical headline a while later proved to be just as successful with Google. Google directly rewards using the same heed, I think it meant header or something like that, as much as possible, and directly incentivizes clickbait styles headlines. Ayo, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna steal another one of Bari's line. This is Bari's line, all right? Shout out to my bro Bari. This is his line, all right? But this is Jay Bari's line. So if you ever use this in your podcast, you got to credit Bari. When I speak, you listen. Hey, yo, what have I been saying for the longest of time, man?
Oh, Persona, one of the things you need to understand is that, journalists, they're only doing their jobs. They're overworked and underpaid, Persona. You need to understand that journalists are just doing what they do. It's not the journalist's fault. It's not them doing this and doing that. I mean, Persona.
Yo, what have I been saying for the longest time? All this clickbait shit that has been flooding social media, and it's become even more, because it's been happening for a long time, but it's become even more obvious and more prevalent since the start of the pandemic. What have I continuously told y'all? That a lot of these journalists and these gaming media sites, it's not about gaming. It's about the traffic. It's about the clicks. That's why these articles be having these crazy wild titles, and then the article has no substance. Because it's not about respecting gaming. It's not about objectivity. It's not about consistency. It's not about integrity when it comes to gaming. And I'm glad Eric said this. I'm so glad Eric said this, because this gives so much validity to the things that, and listen, even if he didn't say this, I mean, y'all know, because the examples is there, but this gives so much validity to the shit that I've been saying for a long time now. It gives so much validity, it gives so much validity because it's not about gaming. Same thing with the reviews, ladies and gentlemen. With the reviews, when it comes to the reviews, having this, and this is why I say, yo, reviews are so detrimental to developers and their livelihoods, bro, that give a journalist or someone who does not respect gaming, who does not uphold objectivity, who does not uphold the integrity of gaming, to give somebody like that much power, where a bad review could tank an entire development studio, where they are either out of a job or they get assimilated into another studio and become a support studio. That shit is crazy. And the fact that journalists have that type of power is both scary and will be the downfall of this gaming industry. Because when you have journalists coming out right and telling you, I do not need to finish a game to review it, we were done. And no other journalist called them out on that, we were done. Because their silence, it speaks louder than anything. The silence lets me know that you do the same thing. Your silence and not really standing out, stepping out and calling that shit out lets me know that you do the same thing. You condone it, and you yourself do not respect you don't respect gaming, you don't have integrity, and you do not have any type of objectivity when it comes to gaming or writing about gaming. It's about clicks, it's about traffic, it's about the outrage traffic. And this is confirmation. And I'm so glad Eric said this. And we have too many other examples of journalists outright telling you, I do not need to finish a game to review it. Now imagine that. You don't finish a game, you give it a shitty score, and what happens to the studio? What happens? This is a problem. And it's a much bigger problem than people understand. And going back to them two stupid ass articles he wrote about Xbox leaving PlayStation in the dust, regardless if it was Game Pass or cloud game or whatever, you did not do all of your research. Because when it comes to the cloud, the things that's being done in the cloud, PlayStation is doing more things than Xbox with cloud computing, with cloud technology, and they have been since the PlayStation 3 generation, with remote play, with being able to play games through streaming, with being able to play games through your phone and TV and all that other shit. What are you talking about? Which goes back to my original argument, the lack of respect, integrity, and objectivity in gaming. What is going on? Is anyone doing the proper research before creating these types of articles? No, because it's not about the research. It's not even about the context of the articles. It's about the clicks, the ad revenue, the traffic, getting you outraged enough to click the article to see what they say. That's all it's about. It's not about gaming. It's not about the love of gaming. It's not about respecting gaming. It never was. And quite frankly, it probably never will be again. Shout out to Honey Hot Sauce. Appreciate you. She says, hi Persona. Always appreciate you calling out the BS in the community. No empathy for these people some way or from may ruin my gaming hobby with the BS narratives. Yeah. No, I agree, Honey Hot Sauce. I agree. Like, nah, the lack of respect. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But you know what? I want to hear from the community. I want to hear what the community has to say. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. I'm in the chat. I definitely want to talk to y'all for a little bit. You can join the conversation if you want. Join the conversation. Join the conversation. And passage. Yo, uppercase J Jamil, what's up, bro? I'm chilling, man. Talk to me, man. What's going on, bro? How you feeling about all this craziness? I definitely want to hear your thoughts and your breakdown of all this craziness. Always. Absolutely.
And the first thing I see, which should let you know that today is an odd day, is I was actually photoshopped in a meme.
Really?
For Xbox Civil War. You know I don't be in none of that shit. So I'm like, wait, hold on, what's going on? For me to be put in one of these, let's see. So I had to go look. And I see all this craziness going on. And I immediately thought a couple of things. So it's 2 points. And they're kind of cyclical. One's going to feed into the other. But I'm reminded of Skip Bayless. There was I don't remember who he was criticizing or what happened, but he was so adamant about something or somebody, and they asked him what his experience was, and he said he played high school basketball. And so whoever it was pulled up his stats, and he might have played, he was at the end of the bench, maybe scored 2 points a game, right? So I say that to say that, you know, the person that was critiquing everything and making their opinions prevalent in the community, but they actually just sit and watch their husband play or whatever the hell's going on. I'm reminded of Skip Bayless, right? And what I think is, it's nothing wrong if you want to sit and observe gaming and do you want to speak from that perspective. I think people need to be honest about their perspective. Now, if you don't play that much, but you enjoy watching, you enjoy the stories, you enjoy the narratives, you enjoy seeing people engage it, you can speak from that perspective. And you can have a productive opinion. You can contribute to the community. But it's different when you out here saying, oh, this game is so great, but you didn't play it. This game is so complex and it's one of the best games but you didn't play it. Like, Skip Bayless can say, well, yeah, you can, you know, strategize in basketball a little harder. You got to do this, do that in the third. But when you start speaking as if you are on the court and you do all of these things, and then somebody pulls your files and you scored like 4 points total as a senior in high school, then that might be an issue. And I think that, you know, this is something that's prevalent, period. This is Xbox season to get shitted on, and that's cool. But I think it's prevalent everywhere. But the difference is that with there being no games available for Xbox in the foreseeable future, you got nothing but time on your hands to find out stuff like this. Like, if games were coming, no one would care about irrelevant people making irrelevant points.
Mm-hmm,
but there's no games.
Exactly.
And you have people talking about games and there's nothing to play. Why? People that don't play games have opinions on games and there's no games. It's just going to keep feeding each other. I've had a terrific day laughing all day.
Oh. It's crazy, bro. And it's like, yo, everyone thinks they're above. Like, a lot of these influencers and blue check or white check motherfuckers, they think they're above criticism. Or they're above being called out. Yeah, being above getting called out on bad gaming takes. And it's like, yo, and that whole like, oh, I'm feeling attacked and all this. It's like, nah, man. It ain't about that, man. No one is attacking you. It's the game. You got a bad gaming take. You talking about he's only human. I mean, sure.
I'm only human.
I have never in my life yo, as long as I've been in this community, that is the first time I've ever heard somebody say he's only human. Yo, Jamel, back in during Bang Bang days, did anyone ever used? I don't remember. He's only human. That is the first time I have ever. I thought I seen it all the excuses for Xbox. That is the first time I have ever heard anybody say he's only human.
Because it goes back. Remember last year with the whole journalists kind of really getting blown up for not playing games.
Yeah.
And I remember I came right here in this Discord and I said they are the issue, because I think at the time something else was going on and a lot of attention was focused somewhere else, but they did kind of expose that, reporters weren't really playing these games. And I said, here you go, because these people like to give fanboys the fodder to go out here and fight the wars so that then they could turn around and write articles knowing that these people are going to click on everything and drive up their revenue.
Yep.
Nothing is about gaming anymore. It's all about personalities. It's all about impressions. It's nothing about gaming at all. So when you have people saying, oh, Phil's only human, it's because they're only invested in the human element of it. I don't care about Phil Spencer.
Yep.
As an Xbox guy, I don't care about Phil Spencer at all. I don't care about who came before him. I don't care about who came after him. People can say, oh, remember the days of Shane Kemp? I didn't even know who the hell Shane Kemp was when I was playing the 360. I don't care about these. I care about the games.
Facts.
Everybody care about who's here, who directed this game, who produced this game, and who's the leader of this studio. Like that led to this social media era where it's all about personality, it's all about image. And now this is a perfect storm of bullshit, and it's in every single field. You have makeup YouTubers who don't actually wear makeup or know anything about makeup, but they make makeup videos. People that make cooking videos that don't know how to cook. It's everywhere. You got to blame the audience too, though.
Yeah.
Some of it lies on the audience.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would say between the audience and the actual people doing the messed up stuff, it's about 50-50.
Yeah.
It's definitely about 50-50. I agree 100%. And listen, guys, Jamel's an Xbox guy. Like, if he's speaking it, I'm gonna listen to Jamel over a lot of you Xbox dudes, because he actually play games. He got almost a 200K gamer score. Like, he play games. He verifiable. You understand? So I take what he has to say. I value his opinion, especially when it comes to Xbox. Yo, Muck, what's up, man? My island brother.
Ain't a damn thing, man.
How you feeling,
I want to touch on something Jamel just said too, because just like how he said, talk about Skip Bayless, a lot of these journalists are like Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless tried to get into basketball, but he wasn't good enough. So he had to start to talk about basketball. A lot of these journalists tried to get into the CNNs and the NBCs, and they wasn't good enough. So what they do? They stepped into the gaming world where the barrier for entry in gaming journalists is very low.
Yep.
No, you don't need no credentials like that. You don't even have to finish games. You don't even have to like video games. All you have to know, this game coming out from this company is this type of game. I'll play it for 5 minutes. I'll write a review.
Yeah.
So they ain't no different. And this morning in the space where we were talking about Smooth, something you said just now I didn't really want to say in the space, but we all know why Smooth isn't an ambassador. He's not like Paris. Notice Paris is tame, yes man, quiet. Smooth is more like us, outspoken, outgoing. They don't like that. And if Smooth was a different color, if Smooth was from Mississippi or Missouri and had a nice wholesome family and stuff like that, Smooth would have been an ambassador a long time ago. But because how Smooth looks and how he acts, he would never get that. So I'm really not shocked that Smooth is not an ambassador, although I can say Smooth is Mr. Xbox. He shouldn't even be the best, but he's Mr. Xbox because he ripped for that brand so hard, and it's like that's what they do us all the time though. We rip for stuff that they have out there, and we don't get any support. But people who look like them get all the support, although they don't rep like how we do rep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's definitely strange that Smooth, he's not like partnered with Xbox and getting those type of people on, and I'm just like, bro, like the man does content consistently. He's always on YouTube. He's on Twitter. He's gaming. He's talking to these people on Twitter and all this, and it's just like, bro, how are you in everybody else's podcast but not Smooth? Like, what it? Like again, Smooth is a good dude. Like I know Smooth a long, long time. Smooth is a good guy, man. He deserves those type of opportunities. It's crazy.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Carba, what up, bro? Talk to us.
Stop. I don't believe. Why am I hearing myself? Oh, never mind. I don't believe Kid Move not being ambassador had to do anything with Scholar, cause Paris exists. It's all about the yes men. Cause remember, a few months ago, there was this lady that left the program, and she couldn't even be more any happier. Not because she wanted to talk about PlayStation or anything, because she just wants to speak up her mind. Apparently, if you're an ambassador, you're not allowed to even do that. All you need to be is a yes man or a yes woman and call it a day. And I think that's why Kid Move is not going to be in
Yeah, that's
that
crazy.
situation.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on this whole situation with this specific influencer and all the craziness that's been going on the past couple days?
Dude, I replied to a tweet from Bari. I genuinely believe when she sent out that original tweet, not the one where she is defending Phil Spencer, but the other one where she is explaining why she have such game score. I think she was expecting a lot of people to be more like on her side.
Sympathy.
But all she did was she exposed herself and everyone else around her that acted that way. And I truly bet you money, if she could turn back time and prevent this tweet from ever being sent, I truly believe she would have just said nothing after the original tweet about Phil Spencer and just called it a day. I don't think she was prepared for the shitstorm that she had to endure today.
Yeah. It's crazy, but she's not. Again, I don't think anyone is attacking her. They're just calling out her.
I didn't see anyone attacking her. Luca said it best. It's just she is not used to this amount of pushback from people. So when people call her out on it and expose her over and over again, that to her, that's an attack. But in reality, I have yet to see anyone disrespect her in any way, shape, form.
Yeah, me neither. Like honestly, it's kind of crazy, that this is where we're at, man. Like I'm telling you, the great gaming crash is not going to be because of developers or even because of the actual games. It's going to be because of I'm telling y'all, it's going to be because of journalists and influencers. I'm putting money on it.
If she what's called, I don't. Here's the thing. When it comes to her, she had. I forgot what I want to say. Fuck.
It's all good. Think of it, and then I'll come back and we can finish that talk. Broken Saint, what's up, bro?
What's good?
What's good, man? Chilling, man. What's up? Long time no speak, brother. How you feel?
Yeah, man. It's because of this damn. I'm dead ass serious too. It's because of this damn gaming community that I even got quiet for a while because I was.
Oh wow, I get it.
I'm like, because of something you said earlier in the sense of like, oh, it's just gaming. it was like it started becoming like too political at some point. Like I was like, yo, it's like whatever happened to like what's coming out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everything now is just on this whole.
You know
what
why
someone
those
said
conversations died out, because those don't generate the clicks. They don't generate the views, the
Yeah.
attention, the follows.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't want
I
they don't
agree.
want that, man. Want to talk about the crazy shit.
Yeah, because yeah, you're right. Because I literally saw that in the morning. I saw it in the morning. I was like, I saw Thrash thing on YouTube. I was like, what a good way to start my morning. So let me see what this is all about. Man, when I'm hearing it, I was like, everything you were saying, I was like, yo, that shit is so true. Like, if you like, that's like me saying, man, like I love my PlayStation 5, but I really bought it for the plates. Like, what? Like, who says that? Like, what gamer in their right mind says that? And to me, I can't stand anymore this whole, I didn't think people were gonna come at me like this. Like, when was the last time you was on Twitter? Like, this was your first time signing back in for like years or something? That's all they do if you say something stupid. If you say something stupid, you have to realize you're gonna get a reaction from it. And at the end of the day, if you can, like, you have to learn from everything you do. So take it now. So it's like basically everyone said, yo, you're not making no sense. You just have to try and look at it from every point of view instead of just saying, I'm being attacked. I'm like, man, if you think you're being attacked, then get out the kitchen. Why are you in here?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Thrash is always my entertainment for the day, boy, when people be doing that shit.
Yep, I agree.
It's like the gaming Robin Hood.
Yep, I agree, man. Yo, Bird, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's up?
Chilling, brother. How you feeling, man?
Okay, so like for me, if you read her tweet, right, the original tweet, she contradicted herself right in it. She said to get into it for the gaming purposes. She got it in for the controllers. So you're just in it to get free stuff, basically. Is that what you're telling me in your tweet? Because you cannot tell people who are critical of the company that they are invested in, that they shouldn't be critical when you yourself have stated, oh yeah, you're not really in it for the same reasons. Whereas the people who are invested and they want the games, they're being critical because they are not getting the games they want. And for you to come out and say that, and then when people who are invested check your credentials and just sort of say, like, do you play? And then all of a sudden, I'm feeling attacked. No. You're not feeling attacked. You're just not used to people questioning the strength of your argument.
Yep.
That's what you're not used to. Because you live in this world where you're an ambassador and no one's going to question you because no one's checking you. If you didn't want that type of pushback, you should not have injected yourself into the conversation. Just stand back and just leave it alone and just watch from the sideline.
Yep. Again,
it's very simple.
Everyone don't need to be a part of every gaming conversation.
Exactly.
That's how a lot of these
the
people in these Twitter spaces get
didn't
exposed.
concern you because you were being an ambassador for the controllers, for the accessory, and you were busy watching your partner. I'm not gonna, that's what she states. Her partner had hundreds of hours in other games. You should have just done what you did there and just stood back and watch what was happening and let the people who are invested, who want the games, let them speak out. Stay clear.
I mean,
and these
I'm only human.
These journalists who enable that, that's why Microsoft is in the predicament that they're in. You refuse to call that out. Like, hey, you're not providing your gamers, your customers with the games. And you wonder why you're in third place behind Nintendo and Sony.
Facts. Crazy. It's crazy, man. When they gonna learn, man?
It's not so hard to do the math on that.
When they gonna learn, man? It's crazy out here, Bird.
Check your DMs, Persona.
Check my
Send
DMs.
you something.
All right, I'm gonna look. Barry, man. Go ahead, bro. You done?
No, I just want to say, like, we've got to learn from the companies that are successful. Sony, they knew from their history and from their own bad start on the PS3 era. Like, they learned from there. That was the point where Microsoft had it. Like, oh, we just got to keep bringing games. But for some reason, they didn't bring games. So I just want to say that if you look at from that point on, from the 360 and the PS3, that's where everything just changed. Microsoft went a different direction, and Sony realized, hey, we realized what the gamers want is just games, and that's what they've done. So just wanted to say that.
Fire.
Right.
Yo, Barry, talk to us, man.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
First and foremost, I want to say this. I love Xbox. Xbox loves me. You know, I always loved playing on Xbox, even though I don't own one or have one. It is still a great console that I enjoy. I don't know why everybody's surprised with this chick. She's pretty much doing everything that she's been taught. She's a product of her environment. You know what I mean? As soon as something is wrong or people are criticizing, they quickly go to what? To the heartstrings. They try to tug on the heartstrings, try to pull it, get an emotional response. This is what she's seen Phil Spencer do for years. You know what I mean? Every time this motherfucker come out and say he's sorry, he's tugging on the heartstring. Everybody go, okay. Okay. We can wait for our game, Phil. Okay. You know what I mean? every goddamn time. So I don't blame this girl at all. Yes, she's hypocritical. Yes, she's, you know, full of shit or whatnot. But at the end of the day, she's just a product of her environment. She's just doing what she's doing. One thing I can say with as that I can't say for other people is that at least she's honest. Huh? All these other motherfuckers that's not accountable or these journalists that's doing clickbait articles, baiting people, but when you first approach them, they lie to you talking about, oh, fanboys tagging me. Now they want to come back 6 months later talking about they clickbaiting. You know what I mean? These people just straight up lie to you. They don't beat their games. They review it. And they wouldn't even tell you. They would have answered the question, did you beat it? And, what you didn't know that for? You know what I mean? At least this girl right here, she came out here and she was truthful. Yeah, she's a casual. She don't play her goddamn games. However, whatever reason, she got that Xbox ambassador or whatever. But at least she actually told the truth when the criticism came with her dumbass bad game take. She's only human. But another thing too, this is the problem when we let all these bum ass gamers in this community. You know what I mean? Because I've been telling people for the longest, some people don't want to hear it, some people don't want to believe it. But most of these motherfuckers that's talking in gaming, you're casual. You just like her. You don't play no goddamn games. You suck at video games where you complain about parrying in a fucking indie game. That's the simple shit that gives you a flash. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You just like this girl, bum ass gamers. I don't know why you getting upset at her. You got the same gamer score as her. You same goddamn gaming skill as her. Why you getting upset? You should be on her team. You should be asking her, how I get that ambassador so I can get free shit with your bum ass casual ass. Every gaming conversation, all you motherfuckers want to talk about is what the casual will think, what the casual will do. You know why? You know why you bring up the casual so much? Because you're goddamn casual yourself.
Let me be.
I'm done.
Jeez.
Why everybody get mad? I'm sorry.
Let me be. Let me be. Alright, man, that was fire. Yo, Sticks, man, what's up, man? Sticks, and then we'll get Carrio.
This is actually Wolf. I came back from that Twitter space because you wouldn't let me speak there, so I decided I'll come to your podcast. So, more importantly, anyways, I didn't have, Barry pretty much said everything, but I just wanted to focus on one thing. The highest form of disrespect, right, that a person can do to another person, I think is lies. Just to be facetious. In any instance when you know that you're misleading another person intentionally. And this all comes back to Xbox not having no respect for these bum-ass gamers on their platform, partially due to the fact that these motherfuckers don't buy anything, and so they have lost the respect of Xbox. But when they're putting people up to grift you, right? Because it's not only that this girl is an Xbox ambassador and she's doing damage control for the brand has put her up to it. the brand goes out and it seeks these fraud gamers, and it appeals to your emotions, and it appeals to your eyes, I guess, by choosing these females and taking all of this superficial non-gaming shit and put it in your face in order to get either an emotional response or to get you to invest in the brand or to get money out of you. But ultimately, it comes down to the fact that Xbox has no respect for these bum ass bots, and all these influencers on Twitter and whatnot have no respect for most of the community either. They keep turning on the PlayStation community because the PlayStation community stays on their ass because we don't respect them. But when it comes to the Xbox community, they have no respect for the Xbox community, so they'll just continue to play them like a fiddle. And unfortunately, at least in the United States, because both communities are of roughly equal size, it's like a 50-50 thing where they can just play one of us against the other one because one of us is intelligent and the other one is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth, man. A lot of PlayStation people or like in the community, they always calling out these influencers and journalists because it always be bullshit.
and it's obvious. It's not like it's like little subtle bullshit. The lies are big, the holes are there, but there's a percentage of us that just want to believe this shit, so they go for it. And then the rest of us like, this is an obvious lie, like Halo Infinite being Game of the Year or any of that shit. They want to believe, oh my god, no, it's player's choice, we wanted it so bad. But anybody with an objective mind or just common sense will look at it and say, yo, this is a bullshit and an agenda. But, you know, it's an actual argument for some reason.
Yep, that's a fact. Yo, Viper man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, what she can tweet about is what kind of controller she has, what it looked like, how she acquired it. Also, what games does her significant other play, etc. What she shouldn't be talking about is waiting for games. Yo, listen, man.
She needs to be talking about goddamn DualSense, talking about controllers. Bitch, get out of here.
Oh, don't call her a bitch, man. Let's respect her a little bit, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was just the streets. That was the streets. I didn't mean you are a bitch. You know what I mean? I just be like, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, Carry on, man. What's up? Hello, Carry on.
Which song?
What's up? What's your name in the chat so I know?
Kerry Howard.
Oh, Carrie, what's up, bro?
Oh, not much, man. Not much. Just chill. At work, listen to you guys.
No doubt, man. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the panel, man. Give us your thoughts on all this bullshit, man. How you feeling about it all?
Man, I actually feel sorry for the bots, but not in a bad way or not in a way to make myself feel superior. But man, these influencers, you could tell when they doing it for the money because I know they know because they play a big role in tricking people to go out and buy these consoles and knowing that these consoles don't have nothing to offer. Basically what I'm saying is you could buy a PlayStation and you could benefit from first party games, AAA games, and indie games. You can get an Xbox. You can benefit from third party games, indie games, and that's basically it. But these influencers, they influence these people to go out and get these consoles and know that these consoles don't have nothing to offer. Then they get on Twitter, on social media, in a world that you actually got 30 to 40-year-old people, grown people that have to raise their kids and teach their kids things, that actually get on social media and believe they self that is real. You gotta have thick, if you ain't got thick skin, man, stay off these social media sites, man. If you can't handle no kickback from stupid stuff that you say, man, listen, I raised my kids to think before they talk, to think quick, to be on point, because people will judge you based off that. They will judge you if you react slow to some have a slow reaction. They gonna call you slow. They gonna say whatever that down talking. But man, it just crazy that you got 40-year-old, 30-year-old, grown people that's raising their kids they self and get on social media and act like they supposed to be validated by these stupid takes that they make about Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
If they just want to be real with themselves and stop living in denial, but you could tell once they get off social media, they go back to reality. It ain't nothing about Xbox that's wonderful to them. They done went from they can't talk about the games no more. Which gaming is all about the game. Why do I care about a corporation that got $1 trillion? I don't have $1 trillion. You ain't did nothing for me. You ain't gave me a job. You ain't. I'm saying, why would I care about $1 trillion company when I go to work and I'm only making $70K a year? Why would I care about these folks' money? I don't care nothing about. But you could tell that they hurt by it, and you could tell that they being paid because they can't have an honest opinion about the company because that's in the contract. You can't talk about this. You can't talk about that. So they don't talk about the games no more. They just go to talk about people, talk about the folks' pocket. And then Phil Spencer, man. Phil Spencer been lying since Xbox One.
Hell facts. Hell facts.
Since the beginning, listen, man. Listen, Persona, man. I done spent so much money with these companies, man. I'm talking about, man, Xbox, PlayStation, all of them. But man, I said to myself, I would not go into this generation and give Xbox now another dime until they show me that they can bring something to the table instead of just selling me a dream. Cause that's all they doing. Anytime you buy an Xbox, you pretty much getting sold a dream. And Phil Spencer is good at that. He really.
Hey, Cario, what state you from, brother?
Expeditiously.
Cario, you there? Cario?
Yeah.
What state you from,
Alabama.
brother? Alabama, heavy.
Yeah.
That country heavy. I love it. I love it, man.
I knew it.
I love it, bro. Hey, yo, listen.
You
I
know.
love it. I love it, bro. Listen, you need to do a podcast. I love it. Especially when you say the Xbox, man. It's perfect, man. The accent is perfect, bro.
Man, when I tell you that listen, they buying the Xbox for the same reason that I used to believe in Xbox. I'm not gonna cap. I used to say, man, Xbox gonna do better because they got money and they able to make it right. But man, these folks get on their Twitter and they get on and another thing, man. These folk that love to get on here and talk about console wars and fanboys. Listen, why do you think these people got the followers that they got? People tune in for the console wars. And that, like, come on. It's okay for you to profit off the console war, but it ain't okay to acknowledge it.
Yo, exactly, bro. That's the shit that I'm saying. A lot of these publications, they profit off that shit tenfold with the traffic, with the clickbait articles and shit. That's what's happening out here, and it's happening before our eyes. But when it comes to the actual, the true journalism the true gaming journalism that needs to happen, that stuff falls on deaf ears, man. The retractions, the misinformation, all that shit is happening. There is no integrity. There is no respect. You understand? And then when the true console war shit come to their doorstep, oh no, I'm just about gaming. Oh, this is too toxic. Oh no, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. That's what they love to say.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Like, fuck out of here, man. You gonna get checked, man. Everybody getting checked.
Kill it when 80% of your followers are people that just there for the console war.
Facts.
Ain't nobody there listen to how much you love games and how much you enjoy it. Because guess what?
You ain't a gamer.
Everybody,
There ain't no gamers, man.
everybody that's in this gaming community love games, and especially for people like me. I'm 37. Man, I've been gaming since I was since I was since the my first system was the first Nintendo. I've been gaming since the first Nintendo, man. Like, I'm talking about I love gaming. My kids, they grew to love it, you know?
Right.
So, like, man, I remember we used to trade games. You know, we used to go, man, we used to trade games with each other. When you didn't have a game, you can trade a game with your friend next door because he had a game that you didn't have. But, man, everybody love gaming.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But
One of the crazy things too is like, yo, when it comes to this community, the people that's always saying, "Oh, keep it gaming," it's all about gaming. They don't got no gaming. Like, there's nothing on the timeline. There's no, like, you don't got none of it. So it's like, are you practicing what you preach? Going back to the "Are you verifiable?" question, which was birthed from Papers, Please. Shout out to Jamil. Are you verifiable? You understand? It's crazy. But I do want to ask y'all, since we're in the realm of gaming, I do want to ask y'all. So, we got the news about the PS Plus. Are we on board? Yo, panel, talk to me. Are we on board? What's good? That premium for the 120? What's good?
That shit is beautiful. That shit is beautiful. I was like, oh, wow.
Black Friday sale. We get it for 30.
Best deal in games.
I was like, they made it better than Game Pass.
Hey, you can, any games you own, hey, yo, man, it's looking like a solid service, and this is why I'm like, yo, this is like PS Now 2.0. This is a rebirth, because it's just like, yo, they knocking it out the park. They doing it right. Like, they got all of the generations right now. It's like it's always been appealing, but now it's like super duper. Like, yo,
now it's worth it.
Yeah, now it's like, yo, now you doing your thing. Jamil, you buying
like, even PSP games? I'm like, wow, man. They even took it down to the handheld.
Yeah, it's.
And then when you look at the future of it too, when they were showing everyone the future of it, I'm like, man, these dudes are trying to annihilate Xbox at every angle.
Yeah.
But let's be real. PlayStation Plus has always been better than Xbox.
I mean, yeah,
absolutely.
Has always been.
Who said that? That was Kerry?
Yeah, that was Kerry.
Kerry.
There you go. That's all we need to hear. Because at the end of the day, none of their games is matching what they offer in the PlayStation Plus collection.
You're right.
In terms of quality.
First-party games that drop in there.
Not even in the sense only in quality. It's just their name alone. PlayStation has way better classics than Xbox does.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how many games I got in my library from the PlayStation Plus? Do you know how many games I got in my library just from PS Plus, just from Sony, just been giving me games every single month, and I've been a PlayStation Plus member since the first day. But my thing is, man, how can you? Man, I don't get this Game Pass crap. I don't get it at all. Cause when I look at my library just from PlayStation Plus games that Sony been giving me forever, it's better than Game Pass.
Don't say that on Twitter. They gonna get it. But that's what I'm saying, man. They did this right though, man. And again, I'm still a firm believer that PS Plus or the PS Plus doesn't need day and date, right? For their first party titles. But when you look at what's going into their day one, just a little bit. It's not all of it. Obviously it's over 700 games. They only gave us like a small snippet. But the fact that, you got this tight of a library, Demon Souls, Miles Morales, Returnal,
Demon Souls,
all that shit, bro. And then the PS1 titles with Siphon Filter and all that shit. People
and I heard
people gonna get
and
pulled
didn't they
in,
make a deal? Didn't they make a deal with Ubisoft Plus?
Yo, can we talk? Hey, y'all remember a couple of weeks ago, also maybe like 2 months ago, when they Ubisoft, that article came out. Oh, Ubisoft is gonna be doing stuff with Microsoft, and people's like, oh, that's an even bigger reason to own Game Pass. Game Pass is the future. Game Pass is the future. And, and like, yo, PlayStation beat them to the punch. Hey, yo, PlayStation said, hold on, you thought you was the only one, but you. And see, here's the funny thing: when you really look at all services now, EA Plus, EA Play, Ubisoft Plus, and PS Plus, like now they both got literally the same level of services now with all that other shit, right? And the only difference now is day and date, which again, PlayStation don't need to do that because their games actually sell. But Sticks, Barry, everybody, y'all buying into this PS Plus premium? The premium. Like who picking up the premium, man?
I'm already in there. I ain't gotta do shit when this junk launch. I'm already there. At the end of the day, it's dope what PlayStation is doing when it comes to the classic games, because not only are you just gonna be having them there, but they're up-resing them, and they're making the frame rates better for those games. What is great is that the games that you bought prior to that, like on PS3, the digital classic games that you bought, PS3, PSP, if anybody had to go, or the PS Vita, that stuff is coming with you when those games do release within the PlayStation Store and the service. So if you have the service, you get those games automatically. But if you don't have like the premium, you can buy those separately if you want to, you know what I mean? So that tells me right there, the fact that they're actually relaunching these games into the store is not just a part of a service alone. I feel like, they can really bring back these trophies, or add trophies to these games, because now there's a little bit more of incentive, because people's going to rebuy them. I don't know how much they're going to cost. Hopefully they cost the same, like, it was normally like around $4.99, $6.99, $9.99, depending on the game or whatnot. That would be dope. And people are going to rage when the service launch and they see the games in there separately. Talking about, but you bought the game? Show it on your account that you bought the game, so you don't have to pay for it, fucking liar. Because they said that it's going to track you.
Yeah, I see.
Persona, I sent you a DM on Twitter. Check it.
Yeah, I see it.
Why you sliding that man DMs, man?
Hey,
Sliding
it's a tweet. Make sure to read who that person is.
I see
That's
it.
the laughable thing about it. And the other one is they missed out. I know it's coming, but still, when you have Valkyria Elysium announced, they missed out on not putting Valkyria Chronicles 1, 2. I'm not sure if 3.
No, that's not the same. That's not the same series. Valkyria Elysium is from Valkyrie Profile.
Yeah, I said Valkyrie Profile. Didn't I say Profile?
Nah, you said Valkyrie Chronicles 1, 2.
Oh my fucking! I make that mistake every single time. I really believe they missed out on putting Valkyrie Profile.
Well, they might still though. Like they only gave us like maybe like 100 games.
A lot of people got to understand. I don't know if you guys are not reading the article properly. This is not the entire list. They're telling you here's an early. Yeah, they every paragraph they tell you here's an early look, or here's a preview of what's to come when it launches. This is not my man Chauncey. You know Chauncey Persona.
Yeah, I know.
This dude out here was causing a whole rage fit on Twitter, and I'm like, yo, did you read the article? Everything that you complain about is not even true. You know what I mean? He's talking about how the PS Now games is only going to be 60 games compared to the plus 700 that they had up. I was like, that's not even true. You're giving false information because you're not reading the artitle.
Yo, shout out to Oolong. Shout out to Oolong team, man, for the super chat. Oolong said, "Let me meet." Hey, yo, Barry, do it for the one time. Do it for the one time.
Let me meet. Let me meet.
Hey, yo, go ahead. How you feel about this PS Plus?
I feel good about it, and I really got mad today listening to a couple people talk about it in their videos and in spaces, because they were like, oh, but I can't really compare this to Game Pass. I was like, but when Game Pass first launched, Game Pass wasn't what it is today. give Sony time to build. This is like okay, we running a race. You think I gonna reach my top speed at the start of the race? Nah, I gonna reach my peak at the right time so I could win the race. Right now, so I know Sony is testing all the other games they're gonna throw in, what they say they're gonna put in every month. So just give them time. Don't expect them to reach where Xbox Game Pass is at the start, and Xbox Game Pass didn't even reach there at the same time. So that's
I feel like they testing that trophy shit now too. I feel like by like the end of this year, or probably like early next year, these games gonna have trophies. I believe
I
it.
feel it testing trophies, and I feel it also testing other games to make sure, because you notice they say they're doing some like frame rate adjustments and stuff like that to some of these games. So I feel that's what they're doing in the back end right now.
Oh yeah, I believe so as well. Jamil, you how you feeling about the PS Plus?
Yeah, I'm as soon as it launched, I'm in there because I already got a PlayStation now, and I still got like 2 years or 2.5 years of PlayStation Plus, so I'm locked in.
Okay. It's better than Game Pass, right? I know it's better than. You don't gotta say nothing. I know.
I mean, you know what though? Okay. I'll indulge. So I know everybody's like, but what about day and date and all this bullshit, right? So I think that even though, as I said before, that I only have Game Pass as a supplemental service for me. Like, I have a shit ton of games. So I don't depend on Game Pass to, the game. I really don't depend on it. And I dabble in games I've never, would have played any other time or whatever, or just for nostalgia purposes, play an old game. PlayStation, this new PlayStation Plus service offers all of that. And when you think about the day and date advantage, so to speak, that Game Pass is supposed to have, the game's got to release. Like, the game's got to release. And I'm literally looking through Game Pass right now. And it's like, okay, the library's cool, but the difference between that and what I saw from the PlayStation blog is it's recent games. Miles Morales is on there, and Demon Souls, and all these recent games is on there. And it's like, okay, Halo and Forza are on Game Pass. Whoop-de-doo. What else is released?
Yeah.
Now, maybe 3, 4, 5 years from now, we can have a discussion about how, this day and date stuff might be an advantage for those who have Game Pass versus those who have PlayStation Plus. But as it stands right now, PlayStation Plus doesn't need day and date because the library is just there.
Yep, that's a fact. Oh damn, we got Chris and Forte in here. Oh damn, why ain't y'all say nothing? Yo, Forte, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? Had to come through and show some love on your show, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Man, how you feeling about all this stuff, man?
What the dark day of Xbox? Well, I should say the start of a dark week. Oh man, it's bad out here.
I mean, I think this is the start of a dark generation. But go ahead, continue.
It might be. You never know, man. It could be. It could be a foretelling of the generation, but being optimistic as gamers and stuff, you kind of hope that that's not the case. But if it is the case, we have PC and we have PlayStation, so we don't really have anything to worry about. And there's also that thing called the Nintendo Switch. We ain't got to worry about anything when it comes to games, honestly. But I ain't gonna lie, man. You know me, bro. You know me. I'm one of those people that try to look at the positive side to a lot of this stuff. And I even was talking to Luca earlier today on her show about it. Like, yeah, man, I just think it's kind of like a lot of dogpiling going on sometimes. I mean, I understand where people's coming from, but then I had to take a look and go back and like really piece together what was being said in these conversations. And I was like, yo, man, it can't be like this, man. We ask for credentials for everything when it comes to just gaming in general, because no matter if you play on the weekends or you play once a day, you play 10 hours a day, we take this stuff serious. Gaming it's a hobby, but it's a hobby that, we pour hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars into. And I'm almost, and I said on our show on DPS, it was like, for me, Xbox has always been the platform that I enjoy due to the fact that that's where the ecosystem of all my, all my friends and stuff are. I bought my Series X with the promise of saying, yo, I'm gonna play with my friends. Xbox is gonna, turn it around and we're gonna start getting the games and stuff. They made all these acquisitions. We know that it's only a matter of time. But now you at a point now, it's like, it wasn't just that these games got delayed. It wasn't just the fact that, it's more of it's just been a consistent failure across just everything at Xbox when it comes to just getting games out on time. I don't blame any one individual for it because it's like a sum of all its parts at this point. It starts with Phil, it goes down to Matt Booty, it goes down to Shannon, it goes all the way back to Shannon Loftus when she was running, first party. All this stuff has kind of been this tipping point with the community, and people have been saying it for a while, just don't celebrate anything until you actually start seeing the fruits of the labor and the stuff that they're putting out. And I think that's where it's kind of like heading. Honestly, right now, you're seeing a huge divide inside their own community when it comes to Xbox right now. And I think that's a good thing. I mean, I think we could do without some of the stuff that's kind of happening, on the outset of that. But we need to have these type of conversations when it comes to what's going on with gaming and everything. And, we put too much money and invest too much time to not get the things that we want. And I kind of just come to the realization that I put way too much money into it. So I can't keep doing that. I mean, I have my PlayStation 5. I'm waiting for God of War to come out. Everybody knows that's the game that I truly bought the system for. But can't nobody lie and say that PlayStation hasn't had, as much as we talk about how the games have released, how it's been dead for like a couple of months. But guess what? At least they had games this year. PlayStation has released more games on Xbox than Xbox has this year because MLB came over. And then Xbox has published more games on PlayStation than they published on their platform when it comes to like Ghostwire and, Deathloop over the last 12 months. So it's disappointing, but hopefully it's gonna get better. I think a lot of people are just waiting to see what happens at this on June 12th, and hopefully we get some stuff announced. But in general, I just think people are just tired, and I think that message is being held loud and clear. But when it comes to this PlayStation premium stuff, I'm already going to be in. I've been in since, I'm in for like 2 years, I think, right now. The only thing I don't like about it is I feel like trials should not be locked behind the highest tier. I understand why they're there. It's to incentivize people to jump to that tier. But I feel like that's something you should have by just inherently having PlayStation Plus. I just think that should be a feature of the platform no matter what, because you put $500 down on a system, just like they gave you the PlayStation Collection by just owning the PlayStation 5. You may have a streamlined version of that trial feature.
No.
It could be like,
with the PlayStation Collection, that comes with PS. You still gotta have PS Plus for that.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're giving it. That's what I'm saying. They're giving it to you with their purchase of a PS5 with your PS Plus. And when I say that, I just pretty much come from the avenue where I don't know anybody that does not have Plus with their PS5. It's the same thing when it comes to Xbox. I don't know in my personal life, not one person that has Xbox. It does not have Xbox Live. So, I mean, I know there are people out there, but for the most part, everybody in this party I know has one or the other, so we're kind of exempt to that conversation. But I do feel for the people where they don't get that stuff if they don't have it. I just feel like in general, it shouldn't be, but it's not a deal breaker or anything. I don't think it's something to cry about. I just think that, it's a good service. Whoever just said it earlier said, Game Pass was not where it was 5 years ago where it is now. PlayStation has a really good starting point because they have seen the blueprint on what it takes to actually have somewhat of a successful service, and they also have the games to back it up when it comes to the first party, because their games, like you said, they sell. They don't really have to put them in a service. I know a lot of people would like to see that happen, just because they've been conditioned over the course of the last 5 years to be able to get their games, get as many games as possible for a low barrier price. But if PlayStation deems themselves to do that at a later date, they will. But as of right now, they have no reason to because their fans support the games that they buy, and I think that's a good thing. So that's kind of how I look at the situation over the course of the weekend, which has been silly crazy.
Okay, that's some good thoughts, man. All right, Chris, what's up?
I respect your honesty.
Yeah, I respect
man,
it.
got nothing to do but be honest. What I'm coming here live for?
That's a
Persona
fact.
gonna come to DPS and yell at me if I do that.
Nah, but yo, Chris, what's good, bro? Talk to us.
Yo, what's good, everybody? I think so far the list is the list is pretty solid. I would say so. Especially the PS4 and PS5 games that are coming, like Death Stranding Director's Cut. I'm definitely gonna play that. And things like that. I will say this though, one thing, right? Because like the classic games, and this is one thing people gotta understand is like they only showed what is the total amount of games they showed? 100 games, right? On this list when they said that it's gonna launch for 700 games. So clearly we haven't seen the entire list, right? There's still a lot more that needs to be shown, but I would assume that majority of the rest of the list is the shit we already had with PS Now. I mean, I would assume that. I'm not sure. But I will say this: looking at the classics list, even some of the PS4 game or PS3 games and stuff like that, I'm thinking like, goddamn, Sony really got rid of Japan Studio because look at all the Japan Studio games that are on that fucking list. There's like 20 of them. Like goddamn, I was like, holy shit. So, but I'm excited. That some games will get enhanced. I think they need to mention more. I'm kind of disappointed that they haven't mentioned that there will be any type of trophy supports for some of these older games. Maybe there's something that will be implemented later on down the line. But as of right now, they haven't said anything. So I'm just going to assume that a lot of these older games are just not going to have it, at least not right away. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I think it's solid, right? Starting off with, right? Especially a lot like it's coming with Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. It's coming with what else? Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is crazy because that game was actually marketed with the Xbox, right? And then the whole thing with like the Ubisoft classic thing or whatever, right? Where they put in like even the old Ubisoft games are going to be added to them and whatnot. But like I said before, the thing that appeals to me the most are the older games that I no longer have access to, right? And I don't buy a console just to play old games, but I do like playing old games. You know what I mean? I want my new games first and foremost, but I do like to go back and play some old ones or ones that I haven't even tried out from back then. So I definitely want to see more of the PSP lineup as well. Hopefully they put like Wild Arms XF and maybe Final Fantasy or Tactics War of the Lions and things like that. I don't think a lot of the Square Enix games, even though they have a good relationship with Sony, I just don't see a lot of them really showing up on here, only because Square Enix is now in the business of remasters. So it's like, why would they put a Parasite Eve on PS Plus if they're gonna remaster and sell it to us for like $30 or $40? I don't know. I just have a feeling that may happen, but who knows? And the same thing with Atlas as well too, because it'll be dope. Because they said PSP, right? So it'll be dope if we got like Persona 3 Portable or the FES edition added to them as well. So that's really like the main thing that really draws me is like the old school JRPGs that actually age well, that I will go back to, ones that I didn't play and whatnot. To honor Japan Studios, whenever this thing launch, I will be playing Wild Arms and Dark Cloud 2 and stuff like that as well too. But yeah, other than that, I think I mean, so far, like nobody can really argue with his value proposition. It's $120 a year, and you're getting over 700 plus games, right? That like in terms of a quantity, right? It's the best value in the gaming right now, right? In terms of quantity, in terms of quality, it's still extremely like really the only thing that Game Pass has advantage over it is the fact that they release their first party games day one, and sometimes they'll get a bigger third party game or whatnot. But what does that matter if you're not releasing the first party game at all? You know what I mean? You're not releasing the first party day and date game at all for an entire year. So is there really like an advantage or stuff like that? But we'll see it. And Sony also said that they're gonna add more games as they come. hopefully the PlayStation 3 emulation thing is true, that they are working on some type of solution that they can download. We can download PS3 games and actually emulate it. Oh, and another thing, I'm glad that they actually have it to where all of the classic games, right, or the games that are on here that you bought digitally, you can download them without using the service. That's actually dope. I didn't think they were gonna do that. I just thought
That's hella pro consumer. You feel me?
Yeah, like that's actually pro consumer, right? If people want to say that they're anti consumer, because that's dope. It's like a game that I owned before. If I bought it, I guess it's digitally, right? Then I don't have to use the service, and I could just download it. I could just re-download it again on the PS5.
Were people actually really worried about that?
Yeah, people were trying to say that PlayStation wasn't going to honor it or something like that.
What? Yeah. I wish they would take my games away that I spent money on.
Yeah.
Right.
Doesn't that them take that whole PS3, PSP store thing and
I can't understand you. Your mic is messed up, Sticks. Yeah, your mic is. I couldn't understand you. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, but I mean that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. Oh yeah, and the chick. I mean, it's crazy how somebody who really doesn't care about Xbox games or doesn't play Xbox games can get all this special treatment from Xbox, but then they completely like shun out people like Kid Smooth. You know what I mean? Who's like the most diehard Xbox fan out there and whatnot. I mean, but this shit it doesn't really surprise me. It doesn't really. She should have just not said anything. Cause clearly she doesn't really care about the games and the gaming output from Microsoft. So for her to sit there and tell other people who do care about the gaming output and the first party games and stuff from Microsoft, that them delaying these 2 games and they have nothing else for the rest of the year and they're disappointed at that. Like, they have every right to do that because they're actually the ones playing the game. How do you, who don't play the games, telling other people that they need to chill out? I don't understand that.
How we going into 6 months in a year and people making these level of excuses, bro? That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.
2 games delayed. No games for 6 months of 2022. The 2 games that you were expecting are gone out of this month. Out of this year. How can anyone make an excuse? That shit's crazy. I'm disgusted. Yo, shout out to Oolong T, man, for the super chat. He says, Sony mentioned that they will refresh games every month. We know that with the essential tier, as long as we add the games to our library, we keep them no matter if they leave or not, I can't read. No matter what, if they leave or not, will this be the same for the other tiers? So that's a good question. So if refreshing the library for PS Premium, like for the PS1, PS2, and PSP games and all that stuff, if they're gonna be refreshing those monthly, what does that do for the games that's there or that you already have? Like, will some games? I'm assuming some games will be rotated out. That's a good question. What do you think, Barry? Chris? Everybody, what y'all think?
Yeah, it's like PS Now, right? This is going to be the same thing as PS Now. Where games get rotated, come in and out,
Yeah.
And even the PS Plus collection now, they're about to take off Persona 5 for some reason. I don't know why. And I thought that was an actual like a permanent collection. You know what I mean? But apparently they're taking that out. So I wonder if they're going to replace that with something else. So
I'm sure they will. But if you don't got Persona 5 by now, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. But yeah, yo, this was a good show. A really big turnout, man. We didn't hit 300 concurrent watchers, but we will soon. It's happening. Trust.
You need Spaces for that.
Nah, Spaces.
Can I say something else real quick, Persona?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, to all y'all bots out there that got a PlayStation 5 that didn't buy Returnal, Miles Morales, all those games that's on the PS5 that you felt like that you didn't have to pay for. This is your time to get it and play it for free. Like y'all said,
that's a good That's a good point. Like, yo, all these people that are saying that these games ain't worth 70 or 60 or whatever, are they worth the asking price to be in the? Are they worth the asking price of the service? And if they say no, then we already know what their true intentions were anyway. But if they say no or still don't play it / complete these games, we know it was all bullshit to begin with. Because even me, I was able to finish Halo Infinite and play through that and play the multiplayer. Put about 40 hours into the game. Cut the cap.
But we already know what they want, Persona. We already know what they want. They prefer PlayStation games to be on Xbox.
Facts.
But guess
that's
what?
not happening.
That ain't gonna happen, buddy.
Listen, PlayStation Plus is the best service in gaming. Facts. It's the best deal in gaming. No other service is offering you games like God of War, Returnal, Last of Us,
Demon Souls,
Uncharted, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Demon Souls. No other service is offering that. These other services are in trouble. I expect PlayStation Plus to get a huge increase in subscription, especially with the Essential and Premier. Huge increase. The incentive is just asinine. It's crazy for any hardcore gamer not to really be like, oh, I'm not going to subscribe to this. Like, if you're a hardcore gamer, if you're a casual gamer, if you're a budget gamer, there is no other service that outweigh what PlayStation Plus is doing in the coming June. None.
It's funny too, because I think on their next financial,
not an opinion. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. None.
Talk your shit. You feel me? I think on their next financial forecast report, I think PS Plus is going to be at like about. I think it'll be like. I'm predicting 55 million. I'm predicting about 54.
It's gonna be an increase for sure. Like,
oh yeah, it's gonna be a big increase.
If people is reading that article and gathering what is happening here, the fact that, you know, if you're an essential member, you have like up to 700 games on top of some of the best PlayStation first party games to play,
and
then
all the generations of games.
Up a tier. You go up a tier and you have the classic stuff, the streaming stuff. It's bonkers not to even consider not subscribing to it.
And you can download these games, so it's not just streaming. The PS1, PS2, and PSP games, those are downloadable. So I'm thinking between 55 and like 60 million they're gonna be at. If it spikes up that high, oh yeah, it's gonna that's gonna be nice.
Well, they said in their last I think last week in their fiscal report is like because I know PlayStation Plus had gone down just a little bit, right? Just gone a little bit down in subscribers, but they expect when they launch premium that it's gonna increase.
So they're 40 something thousand, 40 something million though.
47 point something million. Yeah,
I think gonna be north of 65 million when they announce when this thing launches. It's
the
placebo effect. Everybody's gonna jump in. You got the hardcore that's gonna jump in there. You're gonna have some of the casual people that's gonna hear about it from their friends that's gonna jump in. And I think that first like Barry said, that first financial report, I wouldn't be surprised. 70 million easy. Just because they already have
70 million.
They have a huge starting point already.
70 million no Forte. That's a 20 million.
No, dude, they have a huge starting point already.
Yo, what the beautiful thing about it, even if you don't subscribe, like say you're one of those people that don't play games online, you don't care about services, you still benefit with this as well because they're changing the store when it comes to the classic games, the preservation thing. So if you didn't buy any of these digital games before, you want to buy these games, yo, you can purchase them in the PlayStation Store. Hopefully they do add the trophies though, but you can just purchase them in the PlayStation Store, which is cool.
Are they going to add 14? You might notice because I know you work at GameStop.
What up?
Are they going to be adding cards back, like in terms of like being able to buy like a 1 year of PS Plus Premium or something like that? Or is it all digital?
They haven't said anything about the cards yet. It probably is going to start. Usually when they start announcing stuff like that, it's like a week or so beforehand, and I'll send them all to the stores. I'll definitely, if I get them in or when I get them in, because I know I'm going to get them, I'll tweet out and let people know they're there.
Yeah. I'm gonna wanna like, even if I can get like digital codes, I'm gonna want to do a big. I'm gonna do like next month. I'm gonna do a big giveaway too. I'm gonna give away like two or three or four cards.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be tied to, now that I think about it, 70 million might be crazy. I do think 50, 55, at least 55 I would even
throw them 60.
Because I do think it's going to be kind of tied to the fact that most of those people are on PlayStation 4 because it's just more systems out there. And I think
it's all
that
worse with PS4.
That number will drastically increase once PS5s become more in circulation, especially this holiday season. You'll see that number jump up more. Because now when you think about it, if that number is that low with so many PlayStation 4s out there, that just means either people don't have their system anymore and are waiting for PS5s at this point. And yeah,
you know what's the smart thing that PlayStation did with this? Because before, right, they gave you incentives to subscribe to PlayStation Plus if you got a PS5 with a collection. But now they made all those games available to PlayStation 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Before it wasn't just to the 4. So even people that didn't have a PlayStation 5 yet, they're still reaping the benefit as far as, I subscribe to Plus. Now I'm getting all these stuff, in the service. It's a smart move for them what they did there.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely move the needle. I think people drastically undersell how well this is going to turn out for them when they first make that first announcement. They're instantly going to be the biggest service out there, like way bigger, like probably double the size of Game Pass by the time they announce it, just because they're
once you consolidate the numbers
bigger.
When you add the numbers of PS Now, which is at 3 million. They're at a collective.
They're at 50 already.
So I can see a 10 mil jump.
60 million?
Yeah, I can see 60. 60 is being real like generous. But I'm gonna say
generous.
I feel like I think 60 is generous just because a lot of people are gonna be on that high of like, oh shit, I get to play this again from PS1, PS2.
That's
so
true.
That's why I'm like giving it that 60 mil point. But realistically, probably about 55, 54, 55, I think. An extra like 4, which I think that's still pretty good. You feel me? 55 million people paying that.
Just turning the number on is gonna be impressive.
Oh yeah, very much.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Getaway and Getaway 2 and Siphon Filter.
Like, that Siphon Filter is big. That's gonna have a lot of people.
I'm thinking about one game, bro.
What's that?
One game.
Max Payne 3
Legend of Dragoon. They gotta have Legend. If they got Legend of Dragoon there,
I'm thinking about Crisis Core, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking about that with Stealth earlier. Like,
wow,
they definitely need to add Crisis Core, War of the Lions, like all this shit from the PSP. Like,
real talk, if they got Crisis Core there, I'm gonna do another
Vita,
playthrough
memory
of that.
cards. Man, I'm gonna be laced up, boy.
Yo,
I was like, got this. Let me download this. Got this. I'm good.
Fire.
I'm good.
The store don't work no more, right? It's over.
Nah, you can't purchase anything if you don't have like money in your wallet in the store.
Got you.
But pretty much, I was just going through like making sure like, all right, did I buy this? And I was like, when I see a download bar, I'm like, okay, yeah, I did buy that. So I'm good. I just have it probably on a different memory card because I have 4 different Vita memory cards, and there's 2 of them where I just dedicated to like old school games. There's not even Vita games on it, and I have all my shits on there.
Yeah. If Crisis Core is there, which I'm fairly confident will be, I'm gonna do another playthrough of that. I'll
because Crisis Core, unfortunately, I'm not sure on this. I don't think had a digital version of the game, so that's the only reason why I'm concerned. But hopefully they do add it, because I don't remember a digital. Yeah, it was only on a UMD from what I remember.
Yeah, because they didn't have a digital store back in the PSP.
Nah, I don't know if it was on like the PSP Go, but I doubt it. I don't know. I'm not sure on that.
I don't remember it being on there. Like, I don't remember it being digital. I only remember the physical.
Yeah, I don't remember it being digital either, and they didn't re-release it with the Vita. So
yeah, I don't think so either. But yeah, I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped, man. I feel like there's some more good news coming from PlayStation this week, man. I don't know. I got that feeling. Especially with this shit I'm seeing about the God of War branding.
This started off?
I think so, bro. Because we only got 2 weeks left in this month. And I feel like they about to ramp up right now, man. I just got that feeling, man. I got that feeling they about to ramp up.
All I can say is Wup's gonna be on point on Saturday, because there's gonna be a lot of "But what's up, PlayStation" podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of you don't want to listen, bro. When we say shit.
Absolutely.
They want to deny it.
PlayStation, watch what we say, man. Keep it a step.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yo, man, let's get into these outros, man. Yo, Jamil, start us off, man. Yo, I appreciate you coming through always, man.
No
Shout out to
problem.
shout out to one of my favorite bots.
Facts.
Here you go.
Nah, I always gotta do that to Jamel, man.
Yeah. Here I go. Bye.
Shout out to Jamil, man. Yo, Sticks, man.
We ain't seen him on COD in a long time. I mean, he busy. He gaming, but it's okay.
Yo, Sticks, give a shout out, bro.
You guys hear me? Is my mic working?
Yeah, you good.
All right, it's your play partner. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on the Twitters and the Instagrams. Again, on the sticks. There's 2 I's in there and an X. The Xbox community, I'm not affiliated with them, even though I got an X in my name. Their name. And PS Plus is gonna be fire, but I ain't buying it until it's $30 on Black Friday.
Yeah, I got you, man. Appreciate you, Sticks. Yo, Forte, one half of the DPS crew. Every Thursday at 9. Talk to us, man.
Yeah, man, definitely appreciate it. Always love to share a platform with you guys. You guys do an amazing job, but you guys know where you can find me. But for the chat, Gaming Forte everywhere, YouTube and Twitter. Check us out, DPS Podcast Thursday nights. This week was on my channel. Next week it's on Slow Mos, so definitely go check him out. Man is always being messy on Twitter. That's why I love him. And outside of that, man, just enjoy the games you're playing because we are a gaming community, and that's kind of the way it needs to stay. But appreciate it, man, and can't wait to see what you guys talk about on Saturday.
No doubt. Yo, I was gonna ask you, Forte, are y'all gonna create like a dedicated DPS YouTube channel?
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Okay.
it is happening. It's just, y'all. I was looking at your guys's, and I was like, we need to just go ahead and just merge this thing and make it one thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, bro. It's gotta happen.
Yeah, because you get a whole new following, and you just trade off each week. Because that's how me and Bari do it. Like 1 week, he's got everything set up on his OBS at his house, so he does it, and then I do it on mine. So yeah, definitely. Because I think both channels, it gets a little conflicting. Because it's like, okay, is it here this week? Is it here this week?
Oh no, yeah. You right. We got that feedback loud and clear, and hearing it from you is literally sweet nothings because this is something that we've been talking about on the background. But yeah, definitely probably over the next month or so we're going to end up merging that. I already got somebody making some assets and stuff for it and everything. I already got the channel where I just got to publish it and everything, so that will definitely be a thing in the near future. But I'll definitely tweet it out on the Twitter and everything so everybody can know where it is.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna share that out. Make sure y'all grow, man. Y'all got a good show over there.
You gave me
Appreciate
a great idea. You gave me a great idea. I want to start an Xbox podcast as well. It's going to be called the Damage Control Podcast. If anybody wants to come on to the Damage Control,
Man, I wish I heard 2 things of what you just said.
He said he wants to start an Xbox Damage Control podcast. Let me know. Let him know if anybody wants to be on.
Can't do that.
Yo, Broken Saint, give a shout out, bro.
Yeah, it was good. Hit me up on Broken Saint Artistry. B is BRKN Saint Artistry 78 on Instagram. I'm just looking forward to it, man. Really looking forward to all this, man. It's always good talking to y'all, man.
Always.
Might not go into hiding for another 4 months straight, but I'm just doing these. Anyone wants a customizable PlayStation plate, hit me up. I'm about to start posting them on Twitter for y'all to actually start seeing them.
Yeah, so, no doubt. Can't wait to see them, man. No doubt, bro. Always appreciate you. I said I can't wait to see them, man.
Of course. Oh, of course, man. Wait until you see what I did for sick.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Yo, Chris, man, give a shout out, bro.
Yeah, man. Great talks. And just follow me on Twitter. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and I looked that up. No, Crisis Core was never released on PSN, so I don't think it's gonna come unless Square ports it themselves. But if they do that, they'll probably just want to sell the game.
Hey, Square, stop playing, man. They better fucking put it on there, man. Stop playing, man. Oh, that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck.
I even looked through it on PC, and you could play it on PC, but you have to emulate it. You still have to have the copy to emulate it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's it. Yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate
Shout out
you,
to
bro. Yo, Barry, man, give us your outro, man. The other half of Whoops in the building.
Yeah, man. Good show, Persona, man. Good show. I feel like that's going to be the excuse that we're going to be running with. Hopefully people share that with Jim Ryan or Herman Hulse as well. He's only human. So if anything, if they mess up, guys, or we see anybody being critical with them, just say they're only human, okay? But at the end of the day, you're a gamer. If you play games, you're a gamer. If you watch games, you're a gamer. If you discuss games, that's what Xbox people are tweeting out today.
Crazy.
It's funny.
Crazy.
Yeah, good show, Persona, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Yo, shout out to the channel. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Appreciate everybody coming out, rocking out with me today. Bro, we hit 268 concurrent viewers today, man. That's big boy shit. I love it, man. I appreciate everybody rocking out with me today on this Monday's episode of When Persona Speaks, episode 194. Y'all be safe, enjoy your week. I'm doing another show because I'm gonna do Soundfall this week as well. Put my impressions out there. And this shit's fire. This shit's great, man. I'm close to beating it, but I'm at like not beating it, but I'm at like the halfway point because I'm at the city. The city's tough, so I'm like, I need to get my shit right. But yeah, the game is great, man. So Soundfall this week, and I'm probably gonna do another show talking about I got a feeling it's gonna be some big news this week. I just got that feeling, man. I feel it. I feel it in my heart. So we'll see. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Round of applause for everybody in the chat. And y'all be safe, man. Y'all be safe, man. And I'll see y'all next time, man. I'm out. Peace.